tonight in Toronto.
But the WWE wanted me to go get more tests, and thankfully I did, because the MRIs showed that I have to retire.
You just hit him with the RKO. Oh, no. No, Orton's thinking punt kick. No, you're going to end Ricochet's career. And wait a minute, Edge. It's Edge Spear. Edge has accepted the challenge for Orton at Backlash. Edge is back, ladies and gentlemen. Well, there's the woman that will challenge for the SmackDown Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair at Backlash, ladies and gentlemen. That's Sasha Banks. Things seem to be getting really heated between SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks. We'll see how that ends. And you see McIntyre as a warrior of a champion. Finn Balor has overcome all the odds, and Finn Balor will be going to Backlash, and he will face the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre. McIntyre seems to have a ton of respect for Finn Balor. Finn seems like he respects Drew McIntyre as well. Balor making it known. It's simple. He wants the WWE Championship. It is the final night, the final segment of the Vince McMahon retirement tour. Wait a minute. It's the World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns. Oh, what the hell? Roman just hit a spear on Vince. Would hit a spear on Vince and speared the former chairman. Vince and Rock are down. The Rock has just challenged Roman Reigns to a match at Backlash. And Roman Reigns has accepted. It's official for Backlash, ladies and gentlemen. The Rock and Roman Reigns for the world title. Two faces of their own generation. Two faces of their own eras. When the World Heavyweight Champion, the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, goes one-on-one against The Rock. Who is going to take home the big gold? Will it be the Tribal Chief or will it be the Brahma Bull? We will find out in Toronto. And now, Raw and SmackDown present Backlash. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Backlash. I am your host and commentator, Nick. We are here live in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're enjoying the premiere thus far. Welcome to Backlash. This is the first official pay-per-view for Raw and SmackDown of the season. Let's get right into the show. We are kicking things off with the United States Championship matchup. It'll be the United States Champion Andrade Cien Almas being represented by Zelina Vega, defending the United States Championship against Austin Theory.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE United States Championship.
It's time for some United States Championship and some singles competition, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to see Austin Theory, the official #1 contender for the United States Championship, in action here tonight. Theory earned this opportunity 3 weeks ago on Raw when he defeated Angel Garza, and they were able to showcase what they could do. Theory and Garza main evented Raw 3 weeks ago, and Theory came out on top. And then, of course, last week on Raw, it was Theory that got the last laugh on Andrade Cien Almas when Theory planted Andrade with the ATL on Raw, giving Theory some momentum going into Backlash here tonight. And I am glad to see you guys. Give me your predictions right in the premiere in the live chat. Who will take the victory in this show opener, Theory or the US Champ Andrade? Thank you for joining me here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, here in Toronto, Canada. We are here, home of the Raptors, home of the Maple Leafs. We are here in Toronto. But Theory is looking to take home some United States Championship gold here home tonight. Hopefully he can take it home tonight if he can defeat Andrade here tonight. And now it's time to see the United States Champion Andrade Cien Almas in action. He's the official US Champion looking to defend the gold here tonight. Andrade has done a lot in this business ever since he's gone into it. He dominated NXT, and he's come to Raw in the Superstar Shakeup, and he is the current United States Champion, reigning defending US Champion. Andrade lives, breathes, and sleeps this business and breathes professional wrestling. And Andrade has been on a roll as of late, and it was 2 weeks ago when Andrade dropped Austin Theory with the hammerlock DDT. That wasn't until last week where I said earlier Austin Theory got some payback on Andrade this past week on Raw. But Andrade, let's not forget, he started this whole thing when he dropped Austin Theory with the hammerlock DDT. And Zelina Vega also promised 2 weeks ago on Raw that Andrade would come out victorious here tonight. Andrade has had a number of wars ever since he's coming to WWE. And now we have to see if he's going to go to battle with Austin Theory here tonight in the show opener. This one should be an instant classic, ladies and gentlemen. That's why Shane McMahon heard and had good feelings about this opening the show. The first official pay-per-view. Backlash is the first official pay-per-view event of the season for Raw and SmackDown. If you missed out on NXT TakeOver, NXT's first official pay-per-view of the season for their brand, you can go check out NXT TakeOver in your house on this channel. It was a very successful event, but now we are here for the Raw and SmackDown pay-per-view events. And here we go with the US champ, Andrade Cien Almas. Andrade has a ton of pride. This match is about pride and about who will go home United States champion here tonight. And you see as Theory looks on, and that is what it's all about, the United States Championship.
Introducing the challenger from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, Austin Theory. Introducing the champion from Gómez Palacio, Durango, Mexico, weighing in at 215 pounds, he is the WWE United States Champion, Andrade Cien Almas.
These two are definitely ready to both do battle in a moment. And the bell sounds off, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Andrade and Theory are locking up right now. And Andrade's got the headlock locked in. Now switches positions to attack the arm. Andrade has that arm in a really awkward position. Oh, and sweeps down the legs of Theory. And now Andrade getting in the face of Theory. Andrade is here and proud, and he's defending this United States Championship. This is a crazy atmosphere here tonight in Toronto, as Theory now grabs Andrade in a headlock. Theory has it locked in on Andrade, and now Andrade counters, but Theory now Theory taunting in the face of Andrade. Theory now with a running clothesline taking down the United States Champion. Austin Theory trying to take advantage of a lariat that just took down Andrade, and now an elbow smash to the mouth, going for a kick, but the US Champion counters. Andrade catches him with a bulldog. What a counter, what a move by the United States Champion. Andrade is looking to represent here tonight as he clotheslines on Austin Theory. But Andrade here is tonight, he's trying to represent and show why he is the United States Champion. Now Irish whip right into the corner. Andrade tries to grapple Theory, but Theory counters now. And Theory now got the arm. Oh, and just attacks the arm. And a huge drop kick taking down Andrade. Let me know, ladies and gentlemen, who you got for this matchup here tonight. Let me know in the live chat who you got. Austin Theory or the US Champion Andrade. Oh, and a huge maneuver. Just drops Andrade once again on the ring mat. As Theory drags Andrade's body. And a huge senton just falls right into the midsection of the United States Champion. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, 3 weeks ago on Raw, when Austin Theory and Angel Garza main evented Raw. And they actually stole the show, ladies and gentlemen. I suggest you check it out if you didn't. But Austin Theory came out victorious in that #1 contenders match, but it would be Andrade after the match who would hit and come down to the ring and hit a hammerlock DDT on the #1 contender. Then last week on Raw, Austin Theory would return the favor and would hit an ATL to Andrade, sending a message. So this match is anyone's game, ladies and gentlemen. But now Andrade with a huge Hurricane Rana, and you see how this match is opening the show, because Raw General Manager Shane McMahon just felt that this match would be perfect to open the show. Why not start off the first Raw and SmackDown pay-per-view of the season with an absolute banger of a match. And now Theory once again drops Andrade right on his back and neck. You know that had to hurt the neck of the U.S. champion, ladies and gentlemen. And now a huge enziguri, but Andrade counters in a huge slap to the chest of Austin Theory. And now Andrade now just punching the face of Austin Theory. Andrade now on the offensive end here. Andrade looking to attack more. Working on maybe the limbs perhaps of Austin Theory. And now, just flips Theory right over. The strength of Andrade to be able to pull that off was pretty impressive, not gonna lie. But I'd also like to thank you guys once again for joining me here tonight as Theory takes down Andrade once again with a clothesline. I'd like to thank you for joining me here tonight, folks. Here at Backlash here in Toronto, Canada. We're getting ready in a reverse STO by Theory, and another huge drop kick taking down the champion. Theory is not doing bad right now at all, ladies and gentlemen. He's showcasing why he's the rightful #1 contender. That's what he's trying to prove. I mean, he did defeat Angel Garza, but we're trying to see here if he's worthy. And a huge stomp right to the chest of Austin Theory from Andrade Cien Almas. Of course, being represented here tonight as he's punching the face more, being represented by Zelina Vega in his corner tonight. Andrade has the title, and he has Zelina Vega in his side as she looks on, as now Andrade bending the neck of Theory, and slams Theory's head right on the mat. But Theory counters with a kick to the gut. Austin Theory runs at him. Now Theory going crazy. Theory with a fury of strikes, my bad, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, Theory now getting Andrade back up. These two are looking to steal the show here. And Theory now has got Andrade on his shoulders. Theory with a huge torture rack bomb and drops the United States champion. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, what a maneuver. That's a signature move of his, and a huge super kick taking down the U.S. champ. I wonder what Theory could be thinking here now. Getting Andrade back to his feet. Theory looking, and now rolling up Andrade. Could Theory steal one? The referee's counting. Can he get it? And no. Andrade kicks out. It was a pretty close one. Austin Theory could have stole it right there, ladies and gentlemen. But now, Theory with an Irish whip right into the corner. Bounces Andrade's back, but Andrade counters. Pushes Theory off. Andrade with a running Hurricane Rana. Dropping Theory on his back, on the mat. Andrade seems to be fired up right now, ladies and gentlemen. And now Andrade now flipping and just drops him in a huge maneuver, just right from the middle rope. Just chopping down Theory right to the mat. And now, but Andrade with another kick to the face. And now, a huge stomp to the midsection of Austin Theory. And now, Andrade trying to look for a fury of strikes, but Theory counters. And Theory with another kick to the gut, a huge kick. Theory trying to gain some momentum, and so is Andrade. Once again, Theory looking to roll up Andrade once again. Can he steal it this time? And Andrade kicks out once again. Theory is just trying to do whatever it takes to win the United States Championship, and I can't blame him. I mean, it's a title match. You have to do what you got to do. But now Theory just getting Andrade up and drops him midsection first, right into the kneecap, right into the knee. And of course, Theory has no padding under those tights. Just because he has tights on doesn't mean that doesn't hurt. And now Theory's got an ankle lock locked in. Theory with an ankle lock on Andrade. Will the U.S. champion submit? Will the U.S. champion tap out? And this crowd is going crazy. A signature ankle lock is being used. We haven't seen that. Legends like Kurt Angle use that. Legends like Ken Shamrock. But Andrade gets out with a drop kick. Takes down Theory. It would have been crazy if we just saw the match be ended with Kurt Angle's submission maneuver from Austin Theory. And now Andrade going to the corner, stalking his prey. Could Andrade be thinking here? Andrade now setting up. Andrade's fired up, and a huge Pele kick right to the skull of Theory. What could Andrade be thinking here? Another signature maneuver from Andrade. Now Andrade setting up. Could he be thinking hammerlock DDT? Can he get it? Can he get it? Oh, but Theory counters with a pop right to the jaw and mouth. Oh, another kick to the midsection. Theory really trying to work on the midsection of Andrade in this matchup right here. And now, oh, just drops Andrade back first right onto the mat. Theory looking to gain some momentum. He's on fire right now. Now Theory picks up Andrade. Theory with a strike to the chest. And an Irish whip right into the corner. Theory now gets Andrade, trying to place him on the top turnbuckle. What could we be thinking? Oh, and tosses Andrade right out the ring, just throws him in sort of a ragdoll fashion. And Austin Theory now, and Andrade outside the ring, and now Austin Theory, very smart, getting back into the ring with Andrade, very smart. You don't want to risk losing via countout or anything like that. You just want to win the U.S. Championship. That's what this is about, ladies and gentlemen, the U.S. Championship. Theory now with a flurry of strikes, missing. Oh, and another super kick. Theory is really using kicks to his momentum in this matchup. Oh, but Andrade counters. Andrade now coming back with some strikes of his own. Oh, and a double axe handle right to the back. Andrade looking to fight back now, the U.S. champion, looking to gain something. And now he drops him, and oh my goodness, just drops him stomach first right on the ground. What an interesting maneuver by Andrade Cien Almas. The U.S. champion trying to retain the gold in this matchup. And now Andrade, he's got Theory. And now just takes him down in an interesting Russian leg sweep with the arm locked behind his back. The back of Theory, of course. And you really have to commend these two, really giving it their all in this United States Championship match opener here at Backlash. These are two of some of the best talents in the mid-card division on Raw. And Shane McMahon knows that. That's why he had this match go on first. And it's tough to believe that SmackDown GM Stone Cold would agree with that, considering he's all about protecting SmackDown, as that's Stone Cold's brand. But hey, I think this match was a good decision made by Shane McMahon. But now Andrade with a slap to the chest. The U.S. champion got Theory propped against the ropes. What's he thinking here? And drops him midsection first, right off the top rope. Andrade now trying to take advantage of that midsection. Both of these two really working on the midsection and limbs right here in this match, as Andrade just attacks the leg once again. Andrade now with an elbow smash to the mouth. And now Theory, with a counter and a chop of his own. Theory trying to fight back now, and a huge bicycle knee strike takes down the U.S. champion. And now, Austin Theory with a diving elbow drop, a standing elbow drop. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. We've also got a bunch of other matches planned here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We've got The Rock vs. Roman Reigns, 10 years, 10 years in the making for Edge vs. Randy Orton. And we've got the WWE Championship match featuring Drew McIntyre taking on Finn Balor for the WWE title, with McIntyre defending. And then, of course, you got Rock and Roman, like I said earlier, for the World Heavyweight Championship in the main event. Should be an iconic night, ladies and gentlemen, seriously. And Andrade, of course, with a running knee strike to the midsection. Andrade now, and a huge slap to the face. The disrespect to Theory. Is that how Andrade senses Austin Theory? I wonder if Andrade respects this man at all. I don't know. This one might not be about respect, though. It's about retaining the gold. It's about the United States Championship, the mid-card championship on Raw. And Theory now just sweeps Andrade's leg right from under him and attacking the midsection once again. Theory now got Andrade up, and the ATL. The ATL by Theory. Theory with the ATL. Can he get the victory? Do we have a new U.S. champion? We've got a new champion. No, we don't. Andrade kicks out. The U.S. champion just kicked out of the ATL. And now Theory going for it once again. Can Theory get it again? Going for the ATL, but this time Andrade counters. Could Andrade be looking to capitalize? Now Andrade with an Irish whip to Theory. And now Andrade with another Irish whip, changing his mind, going into the corner. What could Andrade be thinking right now? Turns him around. And now Andrade, oh, the running knee strike once again. Once again, and another brutal slap across the face. And just disrespecting Theory. I mean, that goes to show you how these two feel about each other, apparently, because a slap to the face is just a big show of disrespect. And now, Andrade gets Theory, and the hammerlock DDT right to Theory. Can the U.S. champion retain here? The referee's gonna count. Can he get it? Did he retain the title? And no, Theory kicks out at 2. Now Theory showing truly why he's the rightful #1 contender here tonight at Backlash. The U.S. champion is in shock, but he's setting up again. Andrade's setting up for a second one. Oh, but Theory now counters. Theory now trying to counter. Oh, and punches the midsection. Luckily, getting out of that hammerlock DDT attempt. And now Theory with the punch to the face. And now Theory, once again, with Andrade on his shoulders. And the huge, once again, torture rack bomb right to the U.S. champion. A second torture rack bomb, and Theory is going crazy. Theory is losing it. Theory wants the gold. Could Theory be looking once again for another ATL? Is he going for it? Oh, but Andrade counters once again. Andrade Cien almost counters once again with a punch to the midsection. These two are just putting their all for this matchup here tonight at Backlash. Oh no, and Andrade once again. This time another hammerlock DDT. This time more vicious. And he just added a little bit of like a kick to his move to the hammerlock DDT. Will that be it? Can Andrade retain here? That was the second hammerlock DDT. Yes, Andrade retains here tonight. Andrade Cien Almas is still your United States champion. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, what a show opener here tonight with these two. These two put it all on the line for our entertainment, folks. But it is Andrade who has retained the United States Championship. I mean, you saw it here tonight, folks. These two just put their bodies on the line in the show opener. This is just the show opener. And these two put their bodies on the line for the United States Championship. But Andrade would hit 2 hammerlock DDTs. The second one, just look at that, so vicious. Just having Theory's head just smash it right into the canvas. It was crazy.
Here is your winner, and still WWE United States Champion, Andrade Cien Almas.
Andrade Cien Almas has successfully retained the United States Championship. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. But Theory should not be ashamed. Theory and Andrade put on a show. Theory proved why he was the rightful #1 contender. It's just unfortunate for Theory tonight that he lost here tonight to Andrade. Andrade came out the better man, and that's that. The United States Champion remains United States Champion. And you know Andrade and Zelina Vega are happy about this. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Andrade is happy, and this crowd in Toronto is happy. The Raw GM Shane McMahon is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. What's this about? Oh, and now it's the SmackDown GM, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Both general managers are in the building. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This year we're going to be seeing a ton more brand warfare stuff such as King of the Ring, Survivor Series, and much more. I cannot wait. Damn, things are starting to get tense already. The two GMs are already starting to dislike one another. These guys need to settle down a little bit. There's already some tension brewing. Which brand do you represent, ladies and gentlemen? Let us know. Coming up next, we got some tag team action as the SmackDown tag team titles are on the line when the Dirty Dogs, the SmackDown tag champs, defend against Heavy Machinery. And this is up next right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for some tag team action, at least for the blue brand for right now. You got Heavy Machinery coming out to the ring right now. Heavy Machinery have a ton of respect for this business and for tag team wrestling. They said they love the art of tag team wrestling, and they did not appreciate, in fact, the entire SmackDown tag team locker room didn't appreciate 4 weeks ago on SmackDown when the Dirty Dogs no-showed SmackDown, which made all the SmackDown teams angry, but especially Heavy Machinery, who said that they will teach Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode a lesson, and that lesson is to never disrespect the art of tag team wrestling. And also the Heavy Machinery team are looking for some tag team championship gold. And here come on the way to the ring the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Dirty Dogs. A new team, a new alliance, a new two-man group who actually click quite nicely together. You wouldn't think a guy like Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler would click, but they do. They're the SmackDown Tag Team Champions for a reason. And it's actually kind of funny because if you look back at history, Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler, they've had a past here in WWE. Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler, when Robert Roode first got to the main roster, they had issues with one another, but now we come back all the way now to this journey, and they are SmackDown Tag Champions. But the problem is, the whole SmackDown Tag Team locker room is after these guys. That's a major problem for these guys right here. It's all about those SmackDown tag titles, folks. It's that simple. Heavy Machinery versus the Dirty Dogs up next.
On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 650 pounds, Otis Dozovic and Tucker Knight, Heavy Machinery. And their opponents, at a combined weight of 453 pounds, they are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode.
You can just sense the tension here in Toronto. You can just tell both these teams are ready to do battle for the SmackDown tag titles. Bell sounds off, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Two of the top teams on SmackDown right now going head to head. Heavy Machinery want to teach the Dirty Dogs about respect. The Dirty Dogs want to do everything in their power to retain the belts. And Otis, now right away, right off the bat, taking down Ziggler. And you gotta wonder if the strength of Heavy Machinery will help. You know, Heavy Machinery have big size. They have size on their team. But the thing is, will they be able to keep up for agility for Ziggler and Roode as Otis takes down Ziggler? And let me know in the comments right now, let me know in the live chat, ladies and gentlemen, who do you got for this match? Heavy Machinery or the Dirty Dogs? Who will walk out SmackDown Tag Champions? Let me know in the live chat. But now, right now, Otis is on fire. Heavy Machinery starting off hot. Heavy Machinery looking good so far. And now Otis getting that work in and a huge scoop slam to one half of the SmackDown Tag Champs. The show off Dolph Ziggler. And Dolph Ziggler now with a counter, a punch to Otis, and a huge drop kick, but Otis doesn't even fall. Ziggler trying to take down the big man. Otis, of course, once again has that size. He has good weight on him. And now Otis going to the second rope. What's he thinking here? Otis, oh, and a huge middle rope body splash right onto Ziggler, right onto the show off. And you know Ziggler's rib cage has got to be shattered right now. But Ziggler with a punch to the face, trying to get Otis off him. Ziggler, but Otis just keeps going right after the show off. Heavy Machinery showing why they respect tag team wrestling. But now Ziggler with a kick right to the gut. And now Ziggler with an overhead neck breaker, just dropping Otis, dropping the big man down. And Dolph Ziggler, the show off, he has a history in the WWE. Dolph Ziggler is very accomplished, you know. He's been a world champion before. He's been an Intercontinental champion, been a US champion, been a tag team champion. And now currently, he is one half the SmackDown Tag Champs. with Robert Roode. And speaking of Robert Roode, he just tagged in, and now he's going to work, putting the work in on Otis. And a huge punch to the skull, knocking down Otis, taking down Otis to the ground. And now Robert Roode with a punch in the mouth once again. Robert Roode and a huge rake to the eyes. Oh, come on, Robert. Keep it PG. Keep it safe here. Keep it clean. Don't be dirty. On another punch right to the skull. I mean, come on. You just got to keep it clean in a match like this. I mean, I know you're called the Dirty Dogs, no pun intended. But come on. Keep it clean. And a huge reverse clothesline right to the back of the neck of Otis. Robert Roode on the advantage, but Otis counters and just takes the arm of Robert Roode. Now Otis with a kick to the gut. Otis trying to fight back. Now Otis with a scoop slam on a Robert Roode. Otis trying to hold his own against the SmackDown Tag Champions so far. Otis now picks up Robert Roode. The strength of Otis. Oh, and tosses Robert Roode to the side. Robert Roode just lands right on the mat. Oh, and a huge headbutt to the chest. And Otis just drops his head right on the chest of Robert Roode. And now, oh, and a huge clothesline. Otis is on fire right now, ladies and gentlemen. Otis, over the past year in WWE, has become a much more popular wrestler. You know, oh, and a running body splash right into the corner splash right into Robert Roode, crushing the body of Robert Roode. And Roode with a huge running neck breaker, taking down Otis once again. And now once again, oh, another clothesline to the back of the head, just taking that neck. I mean, if you're going to try and beat big guys, you're going to have to go for limbs. You're going to have to go for the head. You're going to have to go for legs. And now look at the strength once again of Otis. Heavy machinery looking great so far, and a huge running clothesline, taking down Roode again. Just taking down Roode, taking the fight to the SmackDown Tag Champions. And now Otis with a punch right to the corner. Otis once again climbing to the middle rope here. Once again, Otis setting up for another middle rope body splash. All that weight coming down on Robert Roode. First he did it on Dolph Ziggler, and now on Roode. But Roode counters with a little jawbreaker. Oh, but Otis pushes Roode. Otis really asserting dominance here and really showcasing his abilities. But now Irish whip into the corner. Oh no, and now he tags in Big Tuck. Now he tags in Tucker. And now, oh, but a huge, oh, what great chemistry and teamwork by Heavy Machinery. Heavy Machinery is fired up here. Big Tucker is fired up. Tucker and Otis looking to show the Dirty Dogs respect. Oh, and a huge dropkick by the big man, taking down Roode. Tucker is on fire right now. Tucker with an Irish whip into the corner. Tucker, oh, and an overhead drop. Just drops Roode back first. And look at Tucker just going crazy. Heavy Machinery going crazy right now. And a huge suplex to Ziggler inside the ring, taking out the show off. Tucker is going crazy right now. Tucker is being insane right now. And now Otis and Roode battling each other outside the ring. Tucker is just, Heavy Machinery is just putting in that work right now. They are out wrestling the Dirty Dogs right now. And huge punches to Roode. And oh, but Roode counters with the elbow into the mouth and a chop, trying to stun the big man. But Tucker reverses once again. Tucker, oh, the slap to the chest and a punch right to the sternum midsection. A fury of strikes by the big man, stunned against the corner. And Tucker now drops Roode, oh, chest first right off the top rope. And now Tucker with a big, oh, hand right to the side of the face. Just putting that work on Robert Roode right now. SmackDown Tag Team Champions are getting worked right now. Heavy Machinery is on fire. And now Dolph Ziggler begging to be tagged in. Oh, but just not enough. Tucker's not holding back. Oh, and just drops him with a slam to the ground. And look at Otis now trying to hype up this crowd here in Toronto. Oh, but Roode counters with a kick to the gut. Roode off the side. Oh, right off the ropes. Hitting a neck breaker onto Tucker. Roode, of course. Oh, the chest. Roode, of course, had a successful debut in the WWE, I'd say. Roode has made quite an impact, you know, especially in NXT. NXT champion. You know, United States champion. Not bad right now. SmackDown Tag Champions with Ziggler. I mean, not too shabby right now. And, of course, Robert Roode has experience in other companies like Impact Wrestling, TNA. You know, Roode has experience. Roode is a good wrestler. But Otis is being tagged in once again. You also have to wonder and take in consideration that could also help Heavy Machinery is the fact that They have such great chemistry. All they know is tag team wrestling, man. They have probably the best chemistry that any team could have in the WWE. Basically, I mean, Heavy Machinery is basically like a brotherhood. But now Otis still going after Robert Roode. Heavy Machinery really showcasing their abilities in this matchup. Oh, but Robert Roode, counter with the punch. And now Robert Roode with an Irish whip into the corner. Now tags in Ziggler. The show-off is back in the match, ladies and gentlemen. And now the show-off, and Robert Roode, both showing some chemistry of their own now. Not so bad right now. And now Dolph Ziggler, Irish whip into the corner. Once again, tagging in Roode once again. And this is where the mind games come in. They're going to keep tagging, and a double axe handle right to the arm of Otis. And once again, another tag, and they're going to keep tagging in, ladies and gentlemen. They're just attacking Otis, like, in that corner, and there's nothing Tucker can really do about it right now. And Ziggler is back in the match now, ladies and gentlemen. And now Ziggler, a huge neck breaker to Otis, just takes down Otis. And that teamwork may have slowed Otis down a bit, may have slowed the big man down. And a huge leaping, jumping DDT right to Otis. Now Ziggler is on the offense. But once again, Otis using his strength, trying to outpower. And now tagging in Tucker once again. Tucker has been straight on fire in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Tucker has been going crazy, and a huge strike right to the face. Tucker is going crazy right now. Tucker got Ziggler up. And now a huge stalling suplex right to the show-off. And now Tucker just putting the work in on Ziggler once again. Heavy Machinery has been pretty successful in this matchup so far. Tucker now picking the show up, back up, onto his feet. Tucker now, Irish whip right to the other side of the ring. But misses. Ziggler was able to counter. And now, Irish whip into the corner. Big Tucker now. Drops. And now Tucker looking to go springboard. Elbow drop right on Ziggler. My goodness, the height and weight of Tucker just makes that move so much more brutal. Especially dropping all that weight on Ziggler. And now Otis looking to capitalize. And a tilt-a-whirl punch right to the face as Otis spins and hits Ziggler right in the mouth. And now Irish whip right into the corner. What could Otis be thinking here? Otis, a running body splash. The Dirty Dog's taking some damage in this matchup. A good amount of damage too, might I add. And now Otis looking to get Ziggler back up to his feet. Otis now punch. Now Otis with a huge back body drop. Just drops Ziggler right on his back and head. Just insane right now as we see the concern and the look of Robert Roode. Robert Roode a little fatigued here. And a huge backbreaker. Just dropping Ziggler over the knee. Otis now gets Ziggler up. Otis got Ziggler. And now Ziggler, takes a Russian leg sweep by Otis. Heavy Machinery doing really good in this matchup. But Ziggler now counters. Ziggler looking, trying to fight back. And now, a slap to the back of the head. Ultimate disrespect to Ziggler, like I said earlier. And now Ziggler, the inverted DDT, just dropping Otis. But Otis countering once again, a huge headbutt. Otis now, the huge clothesline knocking down Ziggler. And Robert Roode has energy again. Robert Roode looking to get into this match. Robert Roode, of course, is the other half of the SmackDown Tag Champions here, fully supporting Ziggler. And now, Otis now, just Irish whipping into the corner. Otis. Otis could be setting up. What could Otis be thinking here? This crowd in Toronto is hype. And now, Otis looking for Caterpillar elbow. Otis, Caterpillar elbow. Right to the chest of Ziggler. Now going for the pin. Robert Roode looking to break it up. But Ziggler kicks out anyways. That would have been brutal if the ref counted 3 because Robert Roode would have been late. And now all 4 are in the ring. Robert Roode and Tucker are fighting. And Otis and Ziggler are continuing the fighting. Things have broken out. Things have gone out of hand in this matchup. And Tucker is rolling to the outside after being attacked by Robert Roode. And now Otis setting up. Could he be thinking compactor? But Ziggler counters. Ziggler countering with a drop toe hold. And the show off with the running clothesline finally takes down the big man. Dolph Ziggler now. Ziggler now looking to gain some momentum and hopefully maintaining these two big guys. Oh, and a running clothesline of his own into the corner. And now Ziggler tagging in Robert Roode. Roode is back in the matchup now. Robert Roode, oh, just stomps the legs of Otis. Robert Roode now, oh, attacking the legs. Smart move, smart move. Go after the legs of the big man if you want to work the big man. Robert Roode now, the glorious one. Turns his attention on, spears Tucker right off. Spears Tucker right off. Oh, and another back inverted clothesline right to the back of Otis. Robert Roode going crazy right now. Roode now, oh, the huge clothesline. Roode is on fire now. He's picking up the pace for the Dirty Dogs. He's picking up the pace. Now once again trying to go after Tucker, but this time Tucker punches Roode. This time Tucker punches. And now Roode and Otis going after the opposing, team. Oh, and knocks down Tucker. Roode knocks down Tucker, and Otis knocks down Ziggler. And now Roode, oh, but Otis, oh, the headbutt right to the head of Robert Roode. And Roode now, oh, the punch. These two teams are battling out, and a huge spine buster to Otis. A spine buster to Otis. Robert Roode's fired up. The Dirty Dogs are fired up. Tucker is outside the ring. Oh no, Robert Roode, glorious DDT. The glorious DDT by Roode. Roode has connected with the glorious DDT. Can he get the win? Can the Dirty Dogs win? Did they retain? Yes, they did. The Dirty Dogs have retained the SmackDown Tag Team titles. Tucker is too late to save the pin. Poor Otis just took a huge glorious DDT by the glorious one. And the Dirty Dogs have gone away with this again. The Dirty Dogs are victorious here tonight, folks. I cannot believe this. Heavy Machinery put up a good fight. Heavy Machinery was actually being pretty dominant. I mean, they were mildly dominant. And then it would just be Robert Roode and Otis taking out both the opposing teammates. And then Robert Roode would just hit a spine buster and a glorious DDT for the win. I mean, props to the Dirty Dogs for getting the job done, but the way they did it is questionable.
Here are your winners, and still SmackDown Tag Team Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode.
The SmackDown Tag Team Champions have retained tonight, and I still have a feeling that a lot of the teams on SmackDown are after these guys. These guys are going to have to watch their back, but the Dirty Dogs victorious here tonight in Toronto for the SmackDown Tag titles. I mean, kudos to the Dirty Dogs, I guess, ladies and gentlemen. The Dogs certainly have a ton of enemies after this one. Reigns defends the world title against The Rock in the main event tonight. Up next, the odds are stacked against Becky Lynch. The Raw Women's Champion must go up against Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss in a 2-on-1 handicap match where the odds are not in Becky Lynch's favor. Who will come out on top? It is up next. It is now time for some handicap action for the Raw Women's division. The Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch is coming out here right now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Dublin, Ireland, the Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch.
You know, although the odds are stacked against Becky Lynch, and they're not in Becky's favor at all, as she has to take on 2 female competitors in this matchup, hey, she's made it clear over the past couple weeks that she is willing to face anybody. She is willing to face both of them. It doesn't matter. She's willing to face Bliss and Cross. The goal is to get some vengeance on Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. Will Becky Lynch get it tonight? It's time to see Bliss and Cross make their way out.
And her opponents, Alexa Bliss, Nick Cross, and
Although it's been a pretty difficult situation and power struggle between Cross and Bliss over the past couple weeks, we'll have to see if they can stay on the same page. But Bliss does not care either way, I have a feeling, because Bliss, she's been attacking Becky Lynch for the past couple weeks, a number of weeks. She attacked Becky Lynch with a chair 3 weeks ago, and she attacked Becky Lynch in the backstage area after the handicap match was announced by Shane McMahon. Alexa Bliss just dropped Becky Lynch with the DDT right on the concrete floor in the backstage area. It was pretty nasty, but we're ready for this handicap match right now. The bell sounds off, folks. Here we go. Who do you got in the live chat right now, ladies and gentlemen? Do you got Becky Lynch, or do you got the team of Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross? Let me know in the live chat. But right now, Becky Lynch already going after Bliss right now. Becky Lynch is looking for vengeance. This one is not about championships. This one isn't about the Raw Women's Championship. This is simply about vengeance. And it might be a difficult task, as once again, Becky Lynch has to take on not one, but two female competitors, which actually have some of the best chemistry that any female friends have, you know. Like Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, they have a history. You know, it's been pretty rough over the past couple weeks, you know. It's been a bit shaky. We've seen some weird things. But they're going to have to put that aside, and they're going to have to win tonight and work together as a team if they want to defeat the Raw Women's Champion. It's that simple. But the Raw Women's Champion right now is going crazy. The Raw Women's Champion looking to build momentum, going straight after Alexa Bliss, and I don't blame her, because Becky Lynch has been assaulted the last couple weeks. I mean, 3 weeks ago on Raw, we saw Alexa Bliss just assault Becky Lynch with a chair. It all stemmed, that match stemmed from 4 weeks ago when it was just a one-on-one match, and we thought that Becky Lynch and Nikki Cross had mutual respect for one another. Turns out Bliss does not have respect for Becky Lynch, and that's where this all stemmed from. Oh, but Bliss with a huge forearm strike right to the face of Lynch. The man looks to get a huge victory here tonight and gain some momentum for the Raw Women's division, and Shane McMahon has named these three ladies as the main culprits for why the Raw Women's division is in shambles and why the Raw Women's division has been in utter chaos the past 4 weeks. So Shane McMahon thinks that this could solve all the issues here tonight. Shane McMahon said he wants a solution, and he thinks he's given us this solution by having this handicap match here tonight. And Lynch now with a counter, trying to get Bliss, and now bending the arm of Alexa Bliss. And of course, the WWE Universe just loves the man Becky Lynch. I mean, who doesn't love Becky Lynch, man? It would be nice to see her pull out a victory here tonight. It's going to be a tough task. But now Bliss with the counter, now Bliss trying to gain, and now Nikki Cross helping with a strike to the head. And now look, oh, and that's the advantage of a handicap match. It's 2 against 1. 2 against 1, and now Nikki Cross and Becky Lynch are in the ring. Now Nikki Cross is the legal woman, and now she's in the matchup. And now Nikki Cross with a right to the back. Nikki Cross is crazy. Nikki Cross came up in WWE as a female member of Sanity, and you know, it was a dominant group, but now she's trying to revive and start her own solo career, and right now she seems to have an ally in Alexa Bliss. And based on what Becky Lynch has gone through, Becky Lynch doesn't understand that Nikki Cross has respect for Lynch, because it just seems like it was a setup, because Bliss has her brain somewhere else. Oh, and a huge DDT by the man Becky Lynch. And now Lynch getting Cross back up. Lynch with an Irish whip to the other side of the ring. Oh, and a huge kick right to the face of Cross. But yes, so Cross is just sort of an innocent bystander, but Cross, of course, still wants to win here tonight for her team. I mean, a win over the Raw Women's Champion would do wonders for these two ladies. And now Becky Lynch doing the same thing that she was doing to Alexa Bliss a moment ago, now trying to bend the arm over the top rope. Oh, and just you can see Nikki Cross in some pain with the arm. Oh, and a huge forearm smash right to the face of Cross. And of course, you see Becky Lynch. She's been a very dominant Raw Women's Champion thus far this season. Oh, and a huge running forearm smash. And they actually had a decent match 4 weeks ago on Raw, Cross and Bliss. Cross and Lynch. But Bliss, once again, just got involved. And now Nikki Cross, with a kick right to the chest. And now Nikki Cross with a fury of headbutts right to the head of Becky Lynch. Nikki Cross is crazy. Nikki Cross is insane. Nikki Cross once again with another fury of headbutts, just multiple headbutts right to the head. I mean, you gotta go easy, Nikki Cross. We don't need a concussed Becky Lynch. That wouldn't be good for business. And now Lynch countering with a punch. And now a forearm smash. And now Becky Lynch going to the top with some strikes to the head. Some strikes to the head while she stands on the middle rope. As Nikki Cross just takes these punches right now. The man Becky Lynch trying to gain some momentum back in her favor. Can Lynch gain some momentum? Forearm smash into the mouth once again. And now Lynch just props Cross on the ground. Oh, and just a leaping stomp right onto the chest of Cross. Cross is prone to taking damage. Cross is no stranger to taking damage, but the type of person Cross is, you just know it doesn't really affect her as much as the normal human being, you know. And now tagging in Bliss, once again, using that chemistry to their advantage, using that teamwork, especially in a handicap match like this. It's very important that you stick together with your partner. And now Bliss just twisting the neck of the man Becky Lynch and just grinding that neck sideways. That just looks painful, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, Alexa Bliss has had a great run here in the WWE as well. Bliss has not done so bad for herself, and she just goes for a cover. Can she get the win? And no, Lynch kicks out. The man kicks out. But yes, Bliss has been champion for both brands in the WWE. Bliss has done really good for herself. You have to commend her for that. Even though she's been acting really, really mean towards Becky Lynch the past couple weeks. And now Bliss just rolls up Lynch. Can she get the win? Can she steal one? No, Lynch kicks out. The man kicks out a 2. Oh, but Bliss now grabs her. Oh, and an arm drag to Lynch. Now Alexa Bliss, running dropkick, but Becky Lynch avoids it. And now Lynch looking to work on the legs and limbs. And just bounces both of Bliss's knees right off the mat. And you know that didn't feel good, ladies and gentlemen. The Raw Women's Champion looking to get back into this match. And now working on the arm might be a smart thing for Becky Lynch to do. Based on her signature moves. Is just working on the arm. And now Lynch with a, half-legged exploder suplex. Right to Bliss. The man is sort of catching fire right now. And now a huge suplex from the man. And now Lynch looking to work on Bliss, but Bliss counters and a little uppercut by Bliss. And a running clothesline taking down the man, Becky Lynch. And now Alexa Bliss. Bliss now on making some offense for herself here. Creating some offense. And now Bliss tags in Cross once again. And that's a huge benefit to a handicap match is you can rest if you're feeling fatigued. You can rest and have your partner you can just take turns and just beat on the one person that's like handicapped, for lack of a better word, and no pun intended. But now, once again, those headbutts right to the head of Becky Lynch. And I fear that Cross is going to give Becky Lynch some sort of concussion with those headbutts. Now a huge backbreaker, and now bending the back of the man. The man just taking a lot of punishment right now. And the benefit of having 2 versus 1 is just showing, and it's in full effect right now. And now Nikki Cross with a huge scoop slam. And drops Lynch on the ground. And now Nikki Cross going to the top rope. Cross now, what could Cross be thinking here? Cross, calling for Becky Lynch to get up. Cross is feeling like she's on fire right now. Cross with a huge missile drop kick from the top rope. Cross now looking to take advantage of a down to Bliss. And once again raking the back. Come on, Cross. Keep it clean. Keep it clean. There are disqualifications. But now Becky Lynch with a disarmer. Becky Lynch got the disarmer locked in on Cross. Becky Lynch got the disarmer. And Alexa Bliss is just watching, telling Cross to stay in it. And Cross pushes Lynch off. And Cross over the punch right into the mouth. Takes down Becky Lynch. My goodness. She was lucky to escape the disarmer. But Becky Lynch counters. Oh, and a huge kick right to the face. Knocking down Cross. Becky Lynch, even though she's one woman working on facing two, she's doing not so bad for herself in this match. She's maintaining her composure in this matchup. Becky Lynch now looking to attack and take advantage of Cross. And now Lynch over Cross counters. Cross now. Irish whip into the corner. With Cross be thinking here. Cross now with another fury of headbutts. Just using those headbutts. I seriously fear for Becky Lynch to get some sort of concussion from all those headbutts. Those repeated headbutts from Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross is so crazy that she doesn't care. Oh, and a huge neck breaker. Just drops Lynch right on her back and neck. Working the limbs of the RAW Women's Champion. Now a huge Russian leg sweep by Cross. Cross, of course. Now once again, huge headbutts. Headbutts right to the head of the man. I don't know if the man is struggling composing her thoughts right now, but all those headbutts, you have to wonder if those are damaging her really bad. And now Cross got Lynch and spins her and drops her on the mat. Drops her on the mat. And now look at Cross. You're thinking here, going for a pin. Can she get the win? Can Lynch kick out? Can she kick out? Yes, she can. Lynch kicks out at 2. Yeah, Lynch is definitely taking quite the amount of damage in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. I fear for Becky Lynch's health after this. It's basically a 2-on-1 beatdown right now. I mean, that's just what it is right now. But Bliss and just stares on as Lynch counters. Lynch and Cross now going back and forth a little bit. Oh yeah, going back and forth. Going back and forth. And now Lynch with a punch to the face. Oh, and a huge drop kick. Can Lynch gain some leverage going into trying to win this matchup? And now a kick to the gut. Becky Lynch now in control of this match. And now Lynch propping Cross up on the top turnbuckle. And now a huge Hurricane Rana just drops Cross from the top rope. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Becky Lynch, the man, is back in this match. And Becky Lynch now is fired up. Calling for Cross to get up. Begging for Cross to get up. The man, now a huge exploder suplex. The man with an exploder suplex. What could the man be thinking now? She could be thinking the disarmer. Is Becky Lynch going for it? She's going for it again. Oh, but Cross counters. Cross now. Cross looking to counter. Oh, and punches the sternum. Cross, of course, countering right there against the man, Becky Lynch. Oh, and a huge drop kick. Cross just drops Lynch face first right there. And so far, Bliss and Cross, they've been doing pretty well with each other right now. You know, Cross is just sitting there demanding orders. But, Bliss, and also now Cross, running off the ropes. And Cross thinking here, oh, but Becky Lynch catches her. Irish whip, oh, and she inadvertently knocks Bliss right off the apron. What the hell is going on here? Knocking Alexa Bliss right off the apron. Inadvertently, and now Becky Lynch looking to take advantage with the leverage pin, and Becky Lynch get the victory, and yes, Becky Lynch has stole it. Becky Lynch, the man, has just stole the victory. And that was crazy, ladies and gentlemen, my goodness. Just Nikki Cross inadvertently knocking Alexa Bliss off the apron, and Becky Lynch just taking advantage. Becky Lynch had the disarmer locked in, but Cross and Bliss were doing great. And then that unfortunate thing just happened where Cross just accidentally knocked Bliss off the apron. That was tough to watch. It was Becky Lynch who did that. And Alexa Bliss just hit the floor really, really hard. Insane, ladies and gentlemen. Becky Lynch has got some payback on these two. Good for Becky Lynch. Amazing.
Here is your winner, Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch getting a little sweet taste of some revenge, if you ask me. I mean, Becky Lynch, she got Cross with the leverage pin, taking advantage. Not very good for the team of Bliss and Cross, but it's good for Lynch. And now Lynch is going out. Lynch won. And now Cross is trying to get up, but Bliss now is heading towards the ring. And Bliss, she's getting in the ring. Bliss, you have to wonder if she knows that this was an accident. Nikki Cross didn't mean it. Becky Lynch just threw Cross right into Alexa Bliss, and Bliss is now complaining to Cross. Oh my gosh, what the hell is going on? What the hell is that? Oh no, not again, not like 3 weeks ago. She got on that bizarre sheep mask. What the hell's going on? Oh no. Bliss now got Cross. Bliss now with the huge Sister Abigail right to Nikki Cross. What is Bliss doing? Bliss, what the hell are you doing? And oh, wait a minute, a mandible claw. She got the mandible claw locked in on Cross. What the hell is going on here? Bliss has lost her mind. What the hell is going on? What the hell is this? Oh my goodness. It is the Fiend. The Fiend is back. The Fiend is here. The Fiend is here in Toronto and at Backlash. The Fiend is here. The Fiend has been behind this all along. What the hell is this about? What the hell is this about? Now Bliss turns her attention to the Fiend. What the hell does this mean? The Fiend has officially got mind control over Bliss. And what is this? The Fiend has got mind control over Bliss. Bliss is completely lost. Bliss has lost it. I don't know what the hell just happened, but we gotta move on. There's Jeff Hardy, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready for his match with Joe tonight. He and Joe will square off tonight. And wait a minute, there's Samoa Joe right there. Samoa Joe's assaulting Jeff Hardy. Samoa Joe and Jeff Hardy have been going at each other's throats for a week. Samoa Joe has been on Jeff Hardy's ass for the last couple weeks now. It all started in the Battle Royal a couple weeks ago. But this match, they're already starting in the parking lot. Hardy and Joe were scheduled for a match tonight, but they've already started fighting each other in the parking lot, and now he throws Joe into a car. What the hell is this? Joe just attacked Hardy in the parking lot, and now these two are beating the hell out of each other right now. What the hell is going on? And another drop kick. Jeff Hardy taking down Joe. Joe and Hardy just beating the crap out of each other. And now Samoa Joe, the running STO, drops him on the concrete. What the hell is going on between these two? We need someone back there. We're about to lose the camera footage. The camera footage is lost. We gotta move on. It is now time for some more tag team action, but this time for the Raw side. The Raw tag team titles are on the line. The Undisputed Era, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly defend their Raw tag team titles against Worldwide Dominance. This is up next. I don't know what the hell is going on tonight, but we gotta move on to some Raw tag team action, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to see the Raw tag team titles defended for the Raw side of the Raw tag team division. This is crazy, ladies and gentlemen, but we're about to see the first pay-per-view debut for this brand new team known as Worldwide Dominance. They have quickly risen to the top, and they have executed to perfection. They defeated AOP, the Authors of Pain, led by Eric Bischoff, a couple weeks ago on Raw, and Worldwide Dominance is ready for a fight. These are two guys who came together, Titus O'Neil and Mark Henry, and they are looking for some Raw Tag Team Championship gold, but they're going to have to do it when they face the Undisputed Era. It's time to see the Raw Tag Team Champions in action. The UE, the Undisputed Era, they are ready. They are one of the most, if not the most dominant groups in the WWE today, and ever since they came to Raw, they have been absolutely on a tear. Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly won the Raw Tag Team Championships, and now for their defense here at Backlash here in Toronto, they have a huge test, and this is going to be a tough one for them to overcome. So it's going to be interesting to see who walks out Raw Tag Team Champions, but they have to go against Mark Henry, the world's strongest man, and Titus O'Neil, the man who previously led Titus Worldwide. who sort of tried to revive Apollo Crews and Dana Brooks' career, but now he's trying to help out the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. But we saw after on Raw a couple weeks ago when Worldwide Dominance defeated AOP, the Undisputed Era came down and just assaulted them with the Raw tag belts after their matchup. But then last week, Worldwide Dominance sent a strong message, and both sent O'Reilly and Fish through the table in the backstage. They both went through tables. So we're going to see what happens tonight when the Raw Tag Team Championships are defended right now.
Mark Henry on the way to the ring at a combined weight of 630 pounds, Titus O'Neil and Mark Henry. Mark Henry and their opponents at a combined weight of 397 pounds. They are the Raw Tag Team Champions, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, the Undisputed Era.
Sometimes the announcers have trouble announcing wrestlers, I guess, but anyways, the Raw Tag Team titles, that's what this match is all about, ladies and gentlemen. Titus O'Neil and Mark Henry taking on Undisputed Era right now. The bell sounds off. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Titus O'Neil and Bobby Fish starting off the match. And now Titus O'Neil right away going straight after Fish, but Fish counters with a punch. Try to go for a kick, but O'Neil counters and a huge belly-to-belly suplex right off the bat. And you have to wonder if Worldwide Dominance can actually win on their first pay-per-view debut as a team. A huge chop to the chest. You have to wonder if O'Neil and Henry can take home the gold tonight. But it's also going to be pretty tough for Fish and O'Reilly. But this started, Undisputed Era was claiming that they are the best faction in WWE. It was really Adam Cole who said that. And, they have good points. And then we saw a couple weeks ago, we just saw Worldwide Dominance just destroy some local talent. And then they beat AOP the next week to become number one contenders for the Raw Tag Team titles. But then Undisputed Era would just assault him after the match. But ladies and gentlemen, let me know who you got right now in the live chat. Do you got Worldwide Dominance, or do you got the Undisputed Era for the wins? We got to see in the live chat right now. Let me know. But Bobby Fish now on the offensive end, trying to take control of this matchup. Of course, Fish and O'Reilly are part of the legendary group, the Undisputed Era. And there's also Adam Cole and Roderick Strong as members in that group. And ever since they moved to Raw on the brand extension, very, very dominant, ladies and gentlemen. And now O'Neil gets him up, and just drops him with the powerbomb variation of some sorts. And Titus O'Neil now throwing Bobby Fish. And you have to wonder if the height and strength advantage matters, because Mark Henry is the world's strongest man. It's not just any ordinary competitor. And now Kyle O'Reilly trying to take advantage, trying to help out Bobby Fish. Kyle O'Reilly trying to attack Titus O'Neil, taking advantage, and now O'Neil's down in a stunned position. And now Fish just driving O'Neil into the corner, and now tags in O'Reilly, looking to use some teamwork, use that chemistry. You have to wonder if the chemistry of the UE will help them in this matchup. Again, both teams have strengths and weaknesses. We just have to find out which team will last longer in this tag team bout for the Raw Tag titles. And now Kyle O'Reilly just stomping the chest, stomping away at Titus O'Neil. Insane, ladies and gentlemen. Kyle O'Reilly, of course, a knee strike right to the temple in the face. Kyle O'Reilly, of course, loves being in this group. He said it himself. And now bending the arm of Titus O'Neil. It's going to be a tough task, but we'll have to see who the better team is tonight. It's simply about who the better team is, and we're going to see. And Kyle O'Reilly now, attacks the leg of the big man. Smart idea. O'Reilly now looking to take advantage of Titus, and now just a punch to the face and knocks Titus on his knees and on his face. Knocks Titus completely silly, and now O'Reilly with a fury of strikes. And now Look at this view, ladies and gentlemen. And now Titus O'Neil with a huge Irish whip out sends Kyle O'Reilly to the outside. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, Titus O'Neil with that strength just straight flung Kyle O'Reilly outside the ring with that Irish whip. And now they're back in the ring. And now Titus O'Neil with a huge big boot taking down O'Reilly. Oh man, and now O'Neil tags in the world's strongest man. Mark Henry is in the match, ladies and gentlemen. And look at the look on Undisputed Era's face. Look at Kyle O'Reilly. He is shocked. And look at Mark Henry, the world's strongest man, is ready for a fight. He just tagged in the world's strongest man. Titus O'Neil is hyping him up. And now Mark Henry is hyped up. And now O'Reilly running straight at Henry. Probably not a smart idea, and a huge clothesline. Mark Henry now taking advantage. He's got the size, the world's strongest man, with a huge elbow drop right to O'Reilly. And now, once again, dropping that huge elbow right to the chest of O'Reilly, just crushing the ribs and sternum of O'Reilly. Right here as Fish looks on in concern. I mean, it's going to be really tough to stop a guy like Mark Henry. Titus O'Neil requiring the services of Mark Henry was just a genius move in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know, I just think it's a perfect fit, to be honest. Two very big, dominant superstars. And now, Henry on his shoulders, and just hurting that back of O'Reilly. You know O'Reilly is feeling horrible right now. Just doesn't look good. And now Henry looking to go for a powerbomb. Oh, but Kyle O'Reilly counters. Kyle O'Reilly, what an impressive counter. And now rolls up the world's strongest man. Can he kick out? Oh, and O'Reilly. But Henry kicks out. But that was an impressive counter. And now O'Reilly quickly tagging in Fish. And Fish looking to go right after Mark Henry. Is Fish dumb or is Fish smart? Fish has guts right now going after Henry. Oh, and now Henry just tossing Fish right into the corner. Now Henry just putting his elbows right into the mouth of Fish. Mark Henry being completely dominant so far, living up to his world's strongest man motto, just punching the living lights out of Fish. And now the world's strongest man gets Fish up, and now Mark Henry got Fish up, and a huge Samoan drop just drops Fish back first right on the mat as Titus O'Neil looks on now. And now Mark Henry, with a sidewalk slam, just dropping Fish to the mat. And now Henry tags in Titus O'Neil. O'Neil back into the match, looking to capitalize on what Mark Henry just did. And a huge elbow drop by Titus O'Neil. Titus Worldwide has been known to help out and save some careers, like for example Apollo Crews and Dana Brooke. Now, a huge follow-away slam to Bobby Fish. And now O'Neil gets Fish up. Titus O'Neil, the kick to the gut, back in the corner, and a huge chop, and a bunch of repeating chops to the chest of Fish. Incredible by Titus O'Neil. Mark Henry and Titus working really well together right now. Now Titus O'Neil gets him in the corner, got Fish, and a huge snake eyes right to the turnbuckle. And now drops Fish right on his neck. Just drops on the back of his head. As O'Reilly and Henry look on, as O'Neil and Fish just beat the hell out of each other right now. And now Fish capitalizing, and a huge overhead DDT. Just a float over DDT. Bobby Fish now looking to capitalize. The Undisputed Era looking pretty good so far since they joined Raw. Fish now looking to get Titus back up on his feet. And now Fish just working on the big man's legs. Once again, a smart maneuver. And drives his knee right into the back, right into the midsection, the lower midsection of the back of Titus O'Neil. You know that doesn't feel good at all. And now tags in Kyle O'Reilly, using that teamwork once again. Just assaulting Titus O'Neil. And now both of them working on the arms and limbs of the big man. And a double kick. Taking down Titus once again. The Undisputed Era have full string momentum right now, as Mark Henry looks on in concern now. Titus O'Neil is just getting the hell beat out of him. And now O'Reilly, once again, working on the legs of the big man. He just keeps working on him. And that's the best way to beat a big guy. It really is. And now another knee strike right into the mouth of Titus O'Neil. Just lands right on the head. And now once again O'Reilly with that fury of strikes to the chest. Those stomps, those vicious stomps to the chest of Titus O'Neil. And O'Reilly just keeps doing it. What the hell, O'Reilly? Chill. Come on, O'Reilly. Keep it clean, man. Come on, O'Reilly. And now picks up Titus O'Neil. Oh, and a kick to the gut. And now he just grabs Titus and drops Titus. Oh, an impressive move for someone the guy of Kyle O'Reilly's size, especially compared to Titus O'Neil. And once again on the leg of Titus O'Neil. And now O'Reilly goes to the top rope. What could O'Reilly be thinking here? O'Reilly now calling for Titus to get back up. O'Reilly now off the top. Oh, missile drop kick right from the top rope. Kyle O'Reilly now gets Titus O'Neil back up as Fish looks on and Henry looks on. Titus O'Neil now looking to fight back. He gets him. Oh, gets Kyle O'Reilly. Gets Kyle O'Reilly and just drops him. My goodness, just drops Kyle O'Reilly face first on the mat. And now Titus O'Neil's setting up. Oh, but Kyle O'Reilly counters. And now O'Neil looking to get back into it. Oh, but Kyle O'Reilly counters with a strike. And now O'Reilly got Titus and a huge brainbuster right to Titus O'Neil. A huge brainbuster. And now going for the pin. Can he get the win here? Can Titus O'Neil kick out? Yes, Titus O'Neil kicks out. Able to get the shoulders up at 2. Keeping him and Mark Henry's championship dreams alive by kicking out of that maneuver. And now O'Reilly off the ropes. Grabs him. Oh, once again working on the limbs. A limb targeting strategy of the Undisputed Era for this current matchup. And now kick to the gut. And now O'Reilly, punch to the mouth. Titus O'Neil taking a lot of damage right now in this matchup, in this Raw Tag Team title matchup. I just want to thank you guys once again for joining me here tonight in Toronto, here at Backlash. Please consider liking and hitting that sub button. Leave a comment, because we're just getting started, ladies and gentlemen, with this new season of Universe Mode. We are just getting started. Oh, and punch right to the face. And now O'Neil grabs O'Reilly. Oh, and a big boot right to O'Reilly. And O'Reilly goes out to the floor. And now O'Neil looking to follow suit and go outside the ring. And now O'Reilly and O'Neil are outside the ring. And now O'Neil grabs O'Reilly and bounces his skull first right off the announce table. Now throws O'Reilly right into Fish himself. And now a huge full Nelson slam right on the outside. Just dropping O'Reilly right on the outside. And now Titus O'Neil looking to take advantage. And now O'Neil trying to get O'Reilly's body back inside the ring. He's successful with that. O'Neil now takes it. Oh, and a huge big boot right to the side of the head. While O'Reilly was stunned under the bottom rope on the apron. Oh, and a huge clothesline by O'Neil. O'Neil is starting to gain some momentum in this matchup. O'Neil's on fire. O'Neil's starting to feel himself. Titus O'Neil. Oh no, he grabs O'Reilly and now drops him. Oh, and just hits him. Just hurting the gut of O'Reilly. Just dropping him right on his shoulder. Now O'Neil setting up. Could O'Neil be thinking? What could O'Neil be thinking here? O'Neil now drops O'Reilly. He drops O'Reilly. He dropped him. He dropped him. And now look, Titus covering. Do we have new Raw Tag Team Champions? Fish is just watching it happen. Oh, but O'Reilly's able to kick out. O'Reilly got the shoulder up. But now Bobby Fish running in. Bobby Fish now. Come on, ref. Get him out of here. And now Fish going after the world's strongest man, Mark Henry. And now Fish and Mark Henry at ringside. Fish and Mark Henry at ringside. And now Henry battling it out with Fish. And throws Fish right into the steel steps. This match has gone out of hand, ladies and gentlemen. This match has broken out of hand. The referee has got to get control of this matchup. And now Mark Henry and Bobby Fish battling near the barricade. Oh, and a huge headbutt by the world's strongest man. The world's strongest man and Bobby Fish battling at ringside towards the barricades. And now Henry throws him right into the corner. And now over the barricade. Henry and Fish are now over the barricade. Yes, sir. Right into the barricade. Fish and Mark Henry now. Oh, but Fish counters. Fish and Henry going back and forth outside the ring. And Mark Henry now punching Fish. Fish and Henry just going back to back, back and forth. But wait a minute, Roderick Strong. That's Roderick Strong. Another member of Undisputed Era. Titus O'Neil now trying to get Roderick Strong out of here. But now Kyle O'Reilly takes advantage, and the half Nelson suplex. Half Nelson suplex. O'Reilly has just took advantage. Damn it, what the hell? Roderick Strong just distracted O'Neal, and the Undisputed Era have retained. Oh my gosh. These disgusting sons of you-know-what have just stole the victory. This is just despicable. They just stole the tag team titles. They just stole the Raw tag team titles back. My goodness, Roderick Strong. That piece of crap, Roderick Strong. Damn Roderick Strong for distracting Titus O'Neil. We were seeing a good quality tag team match too. And then all of a sudden, Roderick Strong had to ruin it. And Bobby Fish and Mark Henry were just brawling in the area near the barricade. And Roderick Strong, damn it. That Roderick Strong, damn it. And then Kyle O'Reilly just takes advantage because that's what the Undisputed Era does. The Undisputed Era just does that.
Here are your winners, and still Raw Tag Team Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. The Undisputed Era.
Thanks to Roderick Strong, the UE have retained the Raw Tag Team Championships. Unbelievable. These two guys have just got away with murder. You know, Titus O'Neil and Mark Henry have got to be disappointed because Worldwide Dominance was on a huge streak. But the UE are victorious here tonight. Well, folks, we just got some more camera footage in the backstage area, and Hardy and Joe, who are scheduled to have a match tonight, are still going at one another in the parking lot right now. They are battling near some cars and near the production truck. Samoa Joe and Jeff Hardy, the hatred for one another has just grown over the past few weeks. I mean, Samoa Joe has just been making fun of Jeff Hardy's dark past, but now Hardy and Joe are battling. I mean, and now wait a minute, Joe is climbing the production truck. What is going on here? And Hardy looks on. What could Hardy be thinking here? And Joe now is on top. And now look, the charismatic Enigma climbing the production truck with Samoa Joe. My goodness, these two should get down from there. It is very dangerous looking up there. These two are now battling on top of the production truck. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, these two despise one another. These two just want to hurt each other. This isn't even about matches anymore. This is just a bitter personal feud. And Hardy and Joe are just going back and forth with a fury of strikes with one another on top of the production truck. What the hell is going on here tonight? I don't understand. And Samoa Joe with a punch to the mouth. And Samoa Joe, oh, but Hardy counters. Hardy and Joe just going back and forth on top of the production truck. Very high up there. And now Samoa Joe with a kick to the gut. What the hell is Samoa Joe thinking here? No, Joe! What the hell? Joe! Oh my gosh! Holy shit! Oh my gosh! He may have just killed Jeff Hardy. Samoa Joe may have just killed Jeff Hardy. What the hell is going on? He may have just murdered Jeff Hardy. Hardy may need some medical attention right now. It's time for some triple threat action, which will showcase some of the best of the mid-card on the SmackDown brand. The Intercontinental Champion Aleister Black must defend against both The Miz and John Morrison, who will come out on top as Intercontinental Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, what the hell is going on tonight? Jeff Hardy may need some serious medical attention, but we gotta move on. It's time for some triple threat action.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the championship. Introducing the challenger from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 215 pounds, John Morrison.
For the Intercontinental Championship, the mid-card championship on SmackDown, being contended and decided here in Toronto at Backlash under triple threat rules. The Prince of Parkour is no stranger to stipulations and matches like these. It could be a tough one, but the Prince of Parkour is ready to fight two men, not just one. But this all started 3 weeks ago on SmackDown when there was a number one contender battle royal to determine the number one contender for Aleister Black's Intercontinental Championship here at Backlash. And Morrison and Miz, they'd end up in some controversy because they were the last two in the battle royal. And Morrison and The Miz, we know, have a troubled past. But Morrison would hit a superplex to The Miz on the outside of the ring, causing a draw, and both hit the floor at the exact same time. So then that led SmackDown General Manager Stone Cold. He said it left him no decision, but Stone Cold had to make this a triple threat match to make both parties happy. It's now time to see the second contender in this Intercontinental Championship triple threat match, The Miz. The Miz, of course, thinks of himself as a A-list Hollywood star, and he has a good point, but The Miz is here tonight, folks.
And introducing the challenger, residing in Hollywood, California, weighing in at 221 pounds, The Miz.
The Awesome One is here tonight. The Awesome One has been having some issues with SmackDown General Manager Stone Cold Steve Austin, and you know The Miz was going to give Stone Cold some problems about, making this a triple threat match, because The Miz, this all started, by the way, a couple weeks ago on SmackDown when The Miz claimed he deserved to be #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. Stone Cold made a match for him versus Morrison, and it just happened. Morrison actually got a win over The Miz 4 weeks ago on SmackDown, but The Miz still thinks that he is the rightful Intercontinental Champion. I don't think he wants Morrison in this matchup, because in a triple threat match, your chances of winning become less because there's 3 guys instead of 2. But either way, The Miz is going to try to do whatever he can to walk out as Intercontinental Champion here tonight in Toronto. Oh boy, it's time to see the actual Intercontinental Champion, the champion of this match, who has the odds stacked against him. Aleister Black is your Intercontinental Champion, ladies and gentlemen, and he is here at Backlash. He has definitely shown up. Aleister Black is ready to take on 2 contenders. When he heard the news that Stone Cold was making this a triple threat match, he was mad at first, but then he understood. He was like, hey, I gotta prove that I am the rightful Intercontinental Champion. And it's just that. That is just that. Aleister Black literally does not care as long as he retains the Intercontinental Championship here tonight. Black is ready for a fight. I just know it.
And introducing the champion from Amsterdam, Holland, weighing in at 215 pounds, he is the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Aleister Black.
Ever since Aleister Black has moved over to SmackDown in the brand extension, he's been a very dominant Intercontinental Champion. He's ready to defend the title anytime, any place, anywhere. It's just when he found out a couple weeks ago, when he found out about the Battle Royal and how the draw between The Miz and John Morrison happened, Black wasn't happy. He demanded that Stone Cold give him an answer for who the #1 contender is at Backlash. And Stone Cold said he would find an answer for him the next week. And so the next week on SmackDown, Stone Cold will make it official that Aleister Black would not have to defend against only one person, but he would also have to defend against 2 contenders, that being John Morrison and The Miz. One of, if not the most prestigious championships in all of WWE history, ladies and gentlemen, the Intercontinental Championship is being defended right now. The bell sounds off, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. 3 guys, 1 title, 1 goal. Win the IC Championship, as now Black and Morrison quickly turning their attention to The Miz. And The Miz getting a look at both of them. Oh, and The Miz, he's going to do a coward thing, but it's also a smart thing, rolling out the ring. And now Black and Morrison going at it. Black and Morrison going back and forth, all ready to start this matchup. As The Miz gets out the ring to look on, that coward, The Miz, is just out there, out the ring, just staring at Black and Morrison. But Morrison and Black don't care. All 3 of these guys have one goal: become and walk out as Intercontinental Champion. Is Aleister Black, with the variation of the Northern Lights. And now Black in control right now. And a huge spinning knee strike right to the face of Morrison. And all 3 of these mid-carders, 3 of the very best on SmackDown in the mid-card, battling it out for the Intercontinental Championship. And Morrison now with a huge neck breaker right to Aleister Black. And of course, Morrison and Miz both feel that they deserve to be Intercontinental Champion, and they're going to try and prove that tonight. Aleister Black and Morrison kicking things off as The Miz looks on at ringside I mean, The Miz is just a sneaky little coward, but he might be low-key a genius for having that strategy as The Miz looks on, and he's just looking to strike at any moment. The question is, who wants it more out of these three? That's the question we will be answering here tonight at Backlash. And let me know in the live chat right now, ladies and gentlemen, who do you got? Miz, Morrison, or Black? Who will walk out Intercontinental Champion in this matchup? Let me know. I'm really curious to find out. But John Morrison now, just gripping, having the head in opposition. Aleister Black and Morrison's kicking things off in this matchup as The Miz just keeps looking on. I think The Miz is looking for the perfect opportunity to strike, being the coward that he is, and a huge suplex by Black. The Intercontinental Champion, been very dominant in the mid-card division on SmackDown. And we also saw last week on SmackDown, Black and Morrison go one-on-one in a little preview. And wait a minute, now The Miz running back in the ring, and The Miz now trying to take advantage. The Miz taking advantage of a stunned Aleister Black. And Aleister Black now fighting back. Aleister Black punching Miz, and now Morrison looking to get back to his feet. And now these three are on their feet again, and now look, and now Black and Morrison, a stare down once again, and they both turn their attention to The Miz once again. The Miz may have just picked the wrong time to attack, and now Morrison propping Miz up on the top turnbuckle, and now Black turning his attention to Morrison. Morrison and Black now battling once again as The Miz is stunned on the top rope, and now Miz on the top rope. What could Miz be thinking here? Morrison, though, now gets The Miz all back down. And now Morrison, he just pushes Miz back outside the ring. My goodness, The Miz. All that just for The Miz to go back outside the ring. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, like I was saying, last week on SmackDown, we saw Black and Morrison face off in a Backlash preview match. And we saw Black actually become victorious here tonight. I wonder if we'll see something along those lines again tonight. Run a knee strike to Morrison. Black is going crazy right now, and Morrison now with a huge kick right to the face. As Miz just sneaks in once again, takes Morrison, and just drives the back of his neck right into the knee of The Miz. The Miz now, Morrison rolls out, but The Miz just now trying to take advantage of Black after Morrison had been previously attacking Black. And now Miz getting Black right back to his feet. These three have a personal disdain for one another. And a huge backbreaker, neckbreaker combo. And now The Miz grabbing Black's face. And a huge kick. Stomp right onto the face. Right onto the temple of the Intercontinental Champion. The Miz, of course, has a very good history with WWE. He's had a pretty damn good career here in the WWE. He's been Intercontinental Champion before. He's been a US Champion. He's been WWE Champion. He's been Money in the Bank. He's done a lot in the WWE. The Miz, he's also probably one of the best on the mic, in the business today. And a lot of people don't like him, but he doesn't care. He doesn't care what anyone thinks of him. And rightfully so. The Miz, even though he's a coward, especially in this matchup, he's done really good for himself in his career. And he really went from the chick magnet to really the awesome one. Like, he really did that. And he revived his career. But Black now quickly working on The Miz. Just driving Miz into the corner with the Irish whip. And now Black going to the middle rope. And a huge middle rope moonsault. And now Morrison back in the ring. Morrison looking to take advantage on Black. And now Morrison, as Miz rolls out. Morrison with a huge DDT to Aleister Black. DDT to the Intercontinental Champion. And John Morrison looking to take advantage. And now another spinning leg drop on a downed Aleister Black. And Morrison now is feeling himself. Morrison's on fire. These three want the Intercontinental Championship. And now Morrison has up Aleister Black. And just drops Black back first onto the ground. The mat. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. My bad. But now Morrison, a huge uppercut. These three going back and forth in a huge running clothesline. Right to Aleister Black. Taking down Black. And Miz once again getting back in the ring. Now The Miz with a huge back body slam. Just dropping Morrison on the mat, and Morrison once again rolling outside the ring. The Intercontinental Champion has been in the ring for the majority of this matchup, and now Black Irish whip into the corner. Now he's got Black placed on the corner. What could Miz be thinking here? Miz perhaps going for an Irish whip, and no, takes it back in a huge neck breaker to the Intercontinental Champion. And now Miz just grabbing the head and neck of Aleister Black, just twisting and turning, just bending the neck in a very awkward position. And The Miz is putting in work right now on the Intercontinental Champion. Now The Miz, a huge knee strike right to the face takes down the Intercontinental Champion. And now the Miz, what can Miz be thinking here? Miz now and takes Mo, and once again just keeps adding a ton of damage. The Intercontinental Champion taking some damage right now in this matchup. The momentum is on the Miz's side, but wait a minute, Black counters and a huge German suplex. Black, amazing counter to take that German and just attack the Miz. And now Aleister Black grabs the Miz, and a huge kick right to the face. And now Morrison getting on the top rope, but Aleister Black notices, and a huge missile drop kick. Morrison with a huge top rope dive move as the Miz rolls out the ring. And now Morrison, just takes him, tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. Morrison now in control. Morrison, of course, he's been Intercontinental Champion too. He's held that. He's done a lot. Morrison has quite the career for himself too, and he went back to Lucha Underground. And now, wait a minute. The Miz and Morrison working together. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Morrison and Miz have a past. They've been friends before. They were best friends. And now they're working together, trying to perhaps work on a strategy to take out the Intercontinental Champion. Hey, man, not the best way to go about it, but hey, man, if you're trying to take out the biggest threat, which is the Intercontinental Champion, you might as well team up. The Miz and Morrison, they've been tag champs before. They have chemistry. I mean, right now, at this point in time, they don't really like each other, but they're working together right now. And it's a smart strategy to take out the biggest threat in the match, which is the Intercontinental Champion, and a huge kick to the mouth. Miz and Morrison just working on the Intercontinental Champion right now. This is an interesting turn of events. And a huge kick once again, taking down the Intercontinental Champion. The champion taking some damage in this match. And now the Miz, just working on the leg now. And now Miz turns his attention back to Morrison. Morrison now able to counter. And Morrison now with an interesting Russian leg sweep. And now the Miz once again rolling outside the ring. The Miz has gone outside the ring a lot, trying to catch breathers and trying to use a strategy as Morrison hits that super kick on Black. And now Morrison fired up once again. Morrison, the kick to the gut. And the corkscrew neck breaker. Morrison got it. Can he get the victory? Going for the cover. Can Black kick out? And yes, Black kicks out at 2. Black able to get the shoulders up. That's one of Morrison's signature maneuvers. He could have ended this match, but Black is still alive, ladies and gentlemen. And now the Miz back in the ring again. Now the Miz taking Morrison. Irish whip to John Morrison. And now Miz picking up Black. And now Miz with a float over neck breaker. Overhead neck breaker. And now Black, the Intercontinental Champion, is out the ring. And oh boy, we know the history between Miz and Morrison. And now we are here for a very epic stare down between these two. These two have had battles over the years, and especially 4 weeks ago on SmackDown. Morrison and Miz are fired up. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. A huge stare down between best friends and even bitter enemies. And now the Miz running at Morrison. Morrison catches him with the wheelbarrow German suplex. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen. And now John Morrison picking Miz up again. And Morrison Irish whip into the corner. Oh no, a huge shoulder tackle by Morrison. The Prince of Parkour is feeling himself right now, ladies and gentlemen. Him and the Miz have had tons of battles over the years, and now it's come to this. The Intercontinental Champion is outside the ring, and now Aleister Black looking to get the Miz up on the top rope. He's got him propped, and now Morrison, what's he thinking here? Oh my gosh, on the third. Oh my gosh, a huge Hurricane Rana from the third turnbuckle, from the top turnbuckle. I've never seen anything like that in my life, ladies and gentlemen. What a maneuver by the Prince of Parkour. And now Morrison going right after with those repeated kicks on the Miz. Morrison is feeling himself right now. The Prince of Parkour is on fire. And now Morrison with a huge DDT once again, this time to the Miz. Morrison is on fire right now. And now Morrison going to the top rope. What could Morrison be thinking here? Morrison with a huge corkscrew spinning moonsault. My goodness, just drops down on the Miz. Very acrobatical. Morrison is very flashy. He's very acrobatical, and you have to commend him for that. And a couple of strikes to the face of the Miz. Morrison went for a kick, but now the Miz takes Morrison. Elbow right to the back of the neck. And now Miz got Morrison. Now Miz with a huge neck breaker taking down Morrison. And now Miz, with a stomp. Repeated stomps right to Morrison. Now Miz picking up Morrison. Miz now, got Morrison. Now Miz with the little DDT right to the head, dropping Morrison face first on the mat. And now the Miz picks up Morrison. Miz now got Morrison. What could he be thinking here? And now Miz with the abdominal stretch. The abdominal stretch is locked in by the Miz. The Miz got the interesting submission move. The abdominal stretch. My bad, ladies and gentlemen. A tongue twister right there. As Morrison counters. Morrison able to get out of the abdominal stretch. And now a fury of strikes. Morrison and Miz going back and forth now. Back and forth action by the Miz and Morrison. Former tag team partners. Former best friends now turned bitter enemies. And now these two going back and forth with one another. Continued strikes to each other's mouths. Continued strikes to each other's faces. It's crazy right now. Morrison with a kick to the gut. Now Morrison got Miz stunned in a position. Running and takes him in a running Hurricane Rana. And now the Miz is down once again, but Morrison looking to get the Miz back up. And now Morrison with once again another corkscrew neck breaker. And the Miz smart, safely rolls out the ring. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to lie, that was very genius by the Miz. And now Morrison at the top rope, jumps off and hits the Miz. My gosh, we got a flying Morrison. We got a flying Mundo. And now Morrison setting up. What can Morrison be thinking here? Morrison, oh, but the Miz counters. The Miz counters and a pop to the jaw right to Morrison. And now Miz, what can Miz be thinking here? Oh, and a running knee strike. The Miz, after all these years, still mocking Daniel Bryan to a certain extent with that running knee strike. Now the Miz now got Morrison and a skull-crushing finale. The Miz hits the skull-crushing finale. And the Miz didn't go for the cover. He wants to end this match with an exclamation point. He wants another skull-crushing finale. And now, wait, Morrison counters. Morrison now got the Miz. And now Morrison once again with another corkscrew neck breaker. Morrison now getting the Miz. And Morrison now got the Miz. Morrison, Spanish Fly. The Spanish Fly by Morrison. Morrison just hit a Spanish Fly. Could he be going for a win? Could he be going for a cover? And wait a minute, Black is back in the match. Aleister Black's back. And a Black Master Morrison. Black Master Morrison. And now Black getting the Miz up. Black now. And another Black Mass. A Black Mass to both of them. Black is back in the match. And he goes to cover Morrison. Can Black retain the IC title? Can he do it? Yes, Aleister Black has retained. Aleister Black snuck back into this match and hit not one, but two Black Masses. He hit a Black Mass on both opponents. Miz and Morrison was battling it out. Miz and Morrison were just fighting each other. We thought Black was out of this match indefinitely, and Black would just come in and sneak and win. Congratulations to Aleister Black. He has defied the odds here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Stone Cold made this match, and Aleister Black just ended this match with a huge exclamation point. But of course, I think Morrison was itching in on a win right there after that Spanish Fly. I don't know though, ladies and gentlemen, but Aleister Black is still your Intercontinental Champion here tonight at Backlash. Insane that Aleister Black was able to overcome all the odds and defy all the odds here tonight.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Intercontinental Champion, Aleister Black.
SmackDown GM Stone Cold put a bit of a roadblock in the way of the Intercontinental Champion Aleister Black, but Black has retained here tonight. Some interesting demands from the Tribal Chief, but guess what's coming up next, ladies and gentlemen? A match that is 10 years in the making. Edge is returning to the ring for the first time in nearly a decade, and he goes up against a best friend and bitter enemy in the Viper, Randy Orton. It's time to get into one of the singles competition matches, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to see the Viper, the Apex Predator, the Legend Killer, and now known as the Rookie Killer. It's time to see Randy Orton, the Viper, in action here tonight, here at Backlash.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 250 pounds, Randy Orton.
You see, the reason Orton has given himself the new nickname known as the Rookie Killer is because he's been targeting Ricochet on Raw the past number of weeks. It started 4 weeks ago when Orton would assault Ricochet after the match. That happened 1 month ago on Raw. And then we saw 2 weeks ago when him and Ricochet had another match. This time it was no disqualification. We saw Orton attempt to hit a punt kick on Ricochet, but then all of a sudden we would see the return of the one and only, no pun intended, the Rated R superstar Edge would come out and help Ricochet, and Ricochet would actually get a pinfall victory over the Viper Randy Orton, which led Randy Orton to be really pissed off about it. And we saw last week on Raw, Randy Orton basically kidnapped Christian and brought him out to the stage in front of his own best friend Edge. In front of Christian's best friend Edge, he would go and hit an RKO on Christian on the stage. But let's see, ladies and gentlemen, what happens here tonight. Let's see what happens with Randy Orton. And you see, it's just straight beautiful to see some burn in my light pyro, ladies and gentlemen. It is beautiful. Just look at that. Look at that pyro. Look at the burn in my light pyro, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful. It's now time to see Edge in action. The Rated R superstar is back in the WWE, and he has signed a contract with the Red Brand.
And his opponent from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 249 pounds, the Rated R superstar, Edge.
Man, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot tell you how excited I am to be hearing this music again. The Rated R superstar is back. It's been nearly 10 years. It's been basically a decade since we last saw Edge in ring, and he has finally returned full-time, ladies and gentlemen. This is happening, ladies and gentlemen. He has signed a contract with Shane McMahon, and Edge is now part of Monday nights on Raw. Edge is now part of the Red Brand, but tonight he has to stop. It's been 10 years in the making for this bitter blood feud. Edge and Orton up right now. And the bell sounds off, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. The match is 10 years in the making. Edge and Orton going straight after each other. Edge wants some vengeance. It's been 10 years. Edge is trying to get some vengeance for Christian. He's trying to get some vengeance for Ricochet. Orton tried to paralyze Ricochet permanently, and Edge had to step in 2 weeks ago on Raw, return, and hit a spear on the Viper Randy Orton. But Edge is ready and already running with the string of momentum. Let me know in the live chat right now, who do you guys got? Randy Orton, the Viper, or the Rated R superstar, Edge? Who do you got right now? Let me know in the live chat. But now Edge getting a string of momentum, trying to get it back. And I hope you guys liked the Randy Orton pyro. That pyro is back, ladies and gentlemen. The burn in my light pyro is back. And now Orton, and just takes Edge. Orton now in control of this match. Orton, a huge elbow right to the chest. And you have to wonder, even though Edge has been medically cleared, you have to wonder if the neck is going to be an issue for Edge, even if he is cleared. And now Orton running, and a running clothesline to Edge in the corner. The Viper is just, he's really cocky. I will give you that. And Orton is pretty accomplished in the WWE. Actually, both of these guys have amazing career accomplishments. These guys' careers are pretty amazing. Orton, of course, former WWE and World Heavyweight Champion. Orton, he's a Grand Slam champion. I mean, when you think about it, yes, he is. And Edge, he's been WWE champion as well. Edge, former WWE and World Heavyweight Champion. In fact, before Roman Reigns reinstated the World Heavyweight Championship, Edge, if you remember, was the last guy to hold the World Heavyweight title, the big gold. And now it's just awesome that Roman Reigns, even though the Tribal Chief has been an asshole lately, it's still awesome that he brought back the big gold. But now Edge with an Irish whip to Orton on the other side. And a big boot taking down Orton. Edge, of course, is looking for some payback in this matchup because Edge, like I said earlier, he's looking out and Orton with a counter with a knee strike to the head. We saw Orton deliver a brutal RKO to Edge's best friend Christian on the stage last week. And you know, even though Orton acts like an a-hole sometimes or a spoiled brat, you still got to give him credit. Orton is just not one of those guys who he's just not going to let something happen like that. Orton will retaliate if you make him mad. It's just that simple. And now Orton trying to get Edge back in the ring. Orton with a middle rope neck breaker, working on that repaired neck of the Rated R Superstar. You have to wonder if that's going to be a focal point in this matchup here, but Edge counters with a little tiny arm drag. Edge with a punch to the mouth. I bet it feels really awesome. It's awesome. Let me know in the live chat if you guys are happy about Edge returning to the series, returning to WWE. Let me know if you're happy. Edge, of course, he had to retire because of his neck. He had a ton of issues with his neck. But then recently, he just got medically cleared, and he returned 2 weeks ago and hit a spear on Randy Orton and helped Ricochet, yes, Ricochet, he helped Ricochet get a pinfall victory over a legendary guy like Randy Orton. Insane things, and we are here in this matchup to see who is the better man, who will come out on top, Edge or Orton. And Orton with a running drop kick takes down the Rated R Superstar. And now Orton got Edge. Orton now punches to Edge in the face. And now Orton got Edge in a huge swaying neck breaker. Once again, working on that injured, repaired neck. My goodness. Just so much damage so far. Oh, and a huge dropkick once again. You know Orton, the psychopath that he is, you know he's going to be working on that neck. Because, I mean, even though it's repaired, it's still kind of a weak point for Edge. You know, it's just what it is, you know. And now Orton trying to get Edge up. And now Orton with a huge stalling suplex right to the Rated R Superstar. The Viper now picks Edge up off the floor. And you know, Orton and Edge actually have quite a history working together as well. And now Orton with a huge Olympic slam. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Orton and Edge, not only are they bitter enemies right now, but they've been tag team champions, as a matter of fact. I know y'all remember the historic Rated RKO tag team. It was amazing. And now Edge just drives Orton with a huge DDT. Edge added some extra firepower to that DDT, if we're being honest. And now Edge with a punch to the face. Edge now with a punch to the midsection. Edge now trying to get Orton up. Edge now got Orton up. And a huge suplex of his own. Edge now trying to take advantage of a prone Randy Orton. And now Edge with a huge float over DDT, taking down Orton. And now Orton rolls outside to the ring. And now Edge follows suit. These two are outside the ring now, ladies and gentlemen. And now Edge, with a punch, stuns Orton. And now Edge going right after Orton outside the ring. Look at Edge be thinking now. Now Edge getting Orton up. Edge now, but Orton counters. And Orton, RKO. And RKO out of nowhere. On the ground, just, oh my gosh. The RKO on the outside to Edge, of all people. My goodness, that was brutal. Ladies and gentlemen, he just hit an RKO. And speaking, you know, talking about the injured neck, the RKO is a very devastating move to the head and neck. And now Orton counts. Can he get the win? Oh, and Edge kicks out. Edge kicks out. Edge took that brutal RKO on the outside of the ring. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, that was pretty brutal. And now Orton just stalking his prey. Orton with a huge knee stomp right to the face. But now Orton looking to take advantage of Edge. That was just brutal, man. You can't be attacking the neck of Edge like that. But of course, Orton has no remorse. And now working on the leg of Edge. Now Orton just looking to destroy Edge in this match. Orton has one goal. Just destroy Edge in this matchup. And now Edge punches Orton. Now Edge got Orton up. And now back body slam. Just drops Orton on his head, back, and neck. And now Edge getting Orton up. Edge with a kick to the gut. The Rated R Superstar looking to get back some momentum in this match. Edge now grabs Orton in a huge backbreaker to Orton. Now Edge getting Orton back up. The Rated R Superstar is ready. A huge downward spiral. One of Edge's signature moves. Used to do that back in the day. And now Edge, Irish whip to the corner. Now Edge catches him. Oh, and just drops Orton face first on the ground. I mean on the mat, excuse me. And now Edge popped to the mouth with Orton counters. Orton now with an inverted DDT. right back down on the back and neck of the Rated R Superstar. Edge's neck taking some damage in this matchup. Oh, and a huge smash right to the mouth, forearm smash. And now Orton just dragging Edge's body to the place that he wants. And now Orton grabs Edge. Orton now. What's Orton thinking here? Oh my gosh, an inverted Boston Crab. What the hell is this? He's just bending the back of the Rated R Superstar. An inverted Boston Crab by Orton. My goodness, this just looks absolutely disgusting, ladies and gentlemen. Orton with an inverted Boston Crab. Edge is trying to get out of it, and Edge fortunately does, but the body is not supposed to bend like that in a huge clothesline to Orton. But ladies and gentlemen, the body is not supposed to bend that way. It's just not. It's just not. And now Edge, oh, the huge kick, and knocks Orton down. The Rated R Superstar looking to get back into this matchup. Looking to gain some firepower and some momentum. And now Edge trying to get Orton up, and a huge suplex once again. The Rated R Superstar is really trying to gain some momentum right now as he goes up against Orton, and a kick to the gut. Edge now, punch to the face, knocks Orton down on the mat. And now Edge, look at Edge be thinking here. Edge dragging Orton's body. Edge now grabbing Orton. And now what's Edge thinking? Oh my, Edge has got an educator locked in. The educator is locked in. The educator is locked in. Edge has got it locked in tight on Randy Orton. Will Randy Orton tap out? And no, Randy Orton gets out of it. That could have been the end of the match, but Orton was lucky enough to escape that. And now Orton with a backbreaker right to the back of Edge. A pretty decent counter. And now Orton bending the neck, bending that injury repaired neck of Edge. Orton is just, he'll do anything, bro. Orton will do anything. He'll do what it takes. Orton is just vicious, bro. And an uppercut by Orton. Orton with a fury of strikes. Orton now with a punch. And Edge now stunned. And now Orton getting Edge. Will Orton be thinking now? Orton getting Edge up in the middle ropes. Orton now with the vintage DDT by Randy Orton. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Orton is fired up right now. Orton now setting up. Could be thinking RKO. Orton going for RKO, but Edge pushes off. Edge now, Edge with the spear. The spear by Edge. Edge just hit a spear on Orton. And now Edge has got Orton. Now Edge dragging Orton's body. Edge just hit a great spear on Orton. Is that it? Is it over? Is Edge victorious? 1, 2. Can he get it? No, Orton kicks out. Orton kicks out of the spear. Orton just kicked out of Edge's finishing move. And now, oh, Edge now just twisting the face, grinding the face of Orton. This one has gotten pretty personal. Another downward spiral by the Rated R Superstar. And now Edge got Orton. Edge now drops Orton. Oh, right on the knee. Right on the kneecap. Edge dropped Orton on that. And now the Rated R Superstar is fired up. Edge is ready. Edge is fired up. Edge is pointing to his head. Edge is ready. Edge is fired up. Edge is coming back in this matchup. And now Edge drops Orton on the mat. And now Orton is stunned. Orton's taking some damage here. And execution by Edge. Edge hits the execution. And now Edge setting up. Could he be thinking spear? He's looking for the spear. Orton stunned. And Orton counters with the DDT of his own. And now Orton stomping away at Edge. Orton with a counter. And Orton now dragging Edge's body to the center of the ring. What could Orton be thinking now? Orton, now stomps Edge's head. And now Orton with the repeated stomps right on a grounded Edge. Orton with the Orton stomp combo. And just, stomps the face of Edge right there. Now Orton getting Edge up. Orton and an RKO. The RKO by Orton. Orton with the RKO. And he's pinning Edge now. Edge, can he kick out of it? And yes, Edge kicks out now. What a contest between these two. These two are doing whatever it takes to win. Orton is in a bit of disbelief. He just hit an RKO and Edge kicked out, bro. And now Edge counters. Edge with another punch. Edge just punching and another spinning kick to Orton. Stuns Orton right in the center of the ring. And now Edge got Orton up, and a huge backbreaker. Edge with a fury of offense right now. And now Orton counters with a strike to the mouth. Orton now grabbing Edge once again. Got him up high, and another stalling suplex. Just drops the Rated R Superstar right there. And now Orton now getting Edge up on his shoulders. Orton now drops Edge once again, drops him on the neck again. Orton just keeps putting more and more damage on that injured, repaired neck of the Rated R Superstar. I mean, that's been quite a story in this matchup, hasn't it? I mean, and now Orton deciding what to do with Edge. Could Orton be thinking now? Orton trying to grab Edge. Now placing him in the corner. What could Orton be thinking here? Oh, no, no, no. No, Orton, please. What the hell are you doing? No, Orton. Orton's thinking pun kick. No, do not. You're going to end Edge's career. No, don't do it. Oh, but Edge counters. Edge counters. Edge now with a reverse mat slam. The inverted mat slam. And now Edge taking advantage. Edge now. Edge getting on. And what the hell? What the hell? Edge caught him with the spear in midair. Edge caught Orton with the spear in midair. What the hell? What the hell? And Edge is victorious. Edge has just won this match after catching Orton in midair with the spear. My goodness, what a contest between these two, ladies and gentlemen. Both of these guys putting their bodies on the line. My goodness, Edge is victorious in his match for the first time in nearly a decade. Edge is victorious here tonight, folks. The Rated R Superstar looking mighty impressive. He took a lot of damage to the neck in this matchup, and you knew that was going to be a focal point. And Orton was just seconds away from ending Edge's career once again. But it would be Edge who was able to dodge the bullet, and Edge has won here tonight. What an impressive move. Just the ability to just put Orton in midair like that and just catch him with a devastating spear. It's insane, ladies and gentlemen. It really, really is.
Here is your winner, the Rated R Superstar, Edge.
You gotta be very, very happy for Edge right now. Edge being victorious here tonight at Backlash in Toronto, his home country, nonetheless, not to mention. Edge has been victorious here tonight. Wait a minute. It's Christian. It's Captain Charisma. The last time we saw him was last week on Raw when Orton hit him with an RKO on the stage. And now Christian looking to get some payback of his own. Now Christian got Orton and a kill switch. The kill switch by Christian. Christian and Edge both getting a little taste of revenge on Orton, man. These two have just got their vengeance on Orton. And now Christian and Edge. What does this mean? Edge and Christian are celebrating in the ring now. Edge and Christian are back. Edge and Christian are friends. These two best friends are just back now. Edge and Christian celebrating right now. Edge and Christian with some payback on Orton here tonight at Backlash. Up next is a feud that is revisited, but it is pretty interesting, as the SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair will be defending the SmackDown Women's Championship against the legit boss, Sasha Banks, two of the toughest females in the SmackDown Women's division, one-on-one.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
It's time for some more women's action, ladies and gentlemen. This time for the SmackDown side. And this one, unlike earlier tonight, is about championships. It's about championship gold. It's time we see the legit boss in action. The legit boss, Sasha Banks, actually faced off with Toni Storm in a number one contenders match a couple weeks ago on SmackDown. And it was actually Toni Storm's SmackDown debut. And Toni Storm, in a losing effort, looked really good, but she did lose to the legit boss, Sasha Banks. So Sasha Banks is facing Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship here tonight, and the legit boss is here in Toronto, and we know this is a revisited feud. We've seen these two. They actually have a really intense rivalry in the past, especially in the Raw 2016 era where they had that series of matches But now, it's different tonight. It's time to see the SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair, in action, ladies and gentlemen. She is the one with the gold heading into this match. Charlotte Flair is here in Toronto as well. And we know Charlotte Flair has been watching very closely at Sasha Banks and looking very closely at Sasha Banks over the past couple of weeks. And ever since Charlotte Flair moved to SmackDown, the brand extension, it's been all hell from here. And Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks this time around, they do have some mutual respect for one another. But the thing is, this one's about championships. And like I said earlier, these two have a past and they've fought each other before. And there's still a bit of a rivalry there. I mean, even continuing up until tonight. And Sasha, we saw her win against Toni Storm weeks ago. But we also noticed that Charlotte Flair was watching that match very closely to see who would become number one contender. And she just found out it was Sasha Banks. Then last week on SmackDown, these two had a very exclusive face-to-face interview. And they were both interviewed across from one another by the legendary King, Jerry the King Lawler, and that was that. That's what it's all about, folks. It's all about the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Introducing the challenger from Boston, Massachusetts, Sasha Banks. Introducing the champion from the Queen City, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair defends the SmackDown Women's Championship against the legit boss Sasha Banks, and it's coming up right now. And the bell sounds off. Here we go as Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks already prepare to lock up. And now Charlotte Flair's got the edge here. Let me know quickly in the live chat right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know who you got in this match. Do you got the legit boss, Sasha Banks? Or do you got the SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair? Who do you got walking out SmackDown Women's Champion? Let me know. I'm really curious. But anyway, Sasha Banks now got the leverage here in this collar and elbow tap, and now sweeps the legs up from under Charlotte Flair. And now look at Sasha Banks now, looking to grab once again an Irish whip. And now Sasha Banks now with the leapfrog. Sasha Banks now on a huge clothesline, taking down the Queen. You know, Charlotte Flair loves to refer to herself as the Queen. We'll see if that name remains true after this one's over. And now Charlotte Flair with an Irish whip of her own. Now Charlotte Flair with her own leapfrog. And now Charlotte grabs Sasha Banks. Oh, and a huge maneuver right there to stun the neck and stun Sasha Banks. And a huge drop kick by the Queen. And now we know both these ladies right here, even though, you know, they've been in the WWE for a couple years now, you know, not too long, but they're both very accomplished ladies in the WWE so far. Both of these women have both won both titles on both brands, the RAW Women's Championship and the SmackDown Women's Championship. These two have both won them, and it's just how it is. But now Charlotte Flair and Sasha Banks, oh, a huge chop to the chest. Charlotte Flair just working, and now Sasha Banks counters. The legit boss is ready. Both these ladies are ready to fight here tonight. Oh, and just pulls down the neck of Charlotte Flair, and a huge working on the leg. Sasha Banks now looking to get back. Sasha Banks looking to build some momentum, and a huge Russian leg sweep, taking down Charlotte Flair. And now Sasha Banks gets Charlotte up, and multiple punches, a fury of strikes, but Charlotte Flair counters. Charlotte Flair now, oh, the running clothesline to the back of the legit boss. And we saw, like I said earlier tonight, we saw Sasha Banks defeat Toni Storm in Toni Storm's SmackDown debut weeks ago. Charlotte Flair was watching very closely, studying, looking up film, remembering that these two definitely have a past. But a lot has changed since that past. A lot has changed since 2016 here in the WWE. So Charlotte Flair did try to do a research at least. And we saw Sasha Banks say in the interview last week on SmackDown, right to Charlotte's face, she said, "After Backlash, I'm going to be known as the Queen. Not only am I going to be known as a legit boss, but I'm going to be known as the Queen, and there's not a damn thing you can do about that." And that's what Sasha Banks feels about this matchup, as Charlotte is stunned on the apron. Oh, but Charlotte counters. Charlotte now getting back inside the ring. Now got her, and just tosses her with a exploder suplex / T-bone suplex of some sorts. No, Charlotte Flair with the ash whip into the corner. What could Charlotte be thinking here? Charlotte walking up to Sasha. And now Charlotte, a huge chop to the chest, Ric Flair style. Charlotte now looking to capitalize on a prone Sasha Banks. And another chop. Charlotte Flair, of course, using that chop history from her family legacy from the Flairs to use the chops to her advantage. I mean, her dad is Ric freaking Flair. I mean, so obviously she's going to have some good chops. And now Sasha Banks looking to get back into this match. Sasha looking to build some momentum here. Sasha Banks now puts down Charlotte and a huge stomp right to the chest. Just stomps the chest of the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Of course, Sasha Banks looking at a huge Hurricane Rana, dropping the SmackDown Women's Champion. Yeah, we saw Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair have some brutal wars in 2016, and I feel like tonight will be no different, Tonight should be pretty similar, but it's different now. Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair, they've definitely matured and they've gotten older since then. And now Sasha Banks looking to capitalize on Charlotte. But Charlotte counters. Charlotte Flair now turns her around and now plants Banks right on the mat. Face first right on the mat and stomach first. And now Charlotte Flair grabbing Sasha. And now what the? Grabs the arm and leg, and look at Charlotte Flair just bending the limbs. The limb targeting strategy of Charlotte Flair, just bending the legs and the arms of Sasha Banks. That looks like a very awkward position, ladies and gentlemen. And if you look, the stomach is being bent too. The side of the sternum, but mostly the limbs are taking some damage right here. And now Sasha Banks able to counter with an arm drag, taking down the Queen. And of course now Sasha Banks looking to get back on track. And now, back body slam. Just drops Charlotte Flair right on the mat. And now, Sasha Banks getting in position now. Multiple furious strikes to Charlotte Flair. And now Sasha Banks looking, throw Charlotte out the ring. Look at Sasha Banks be thinking here. Sasha Banks got a crazed look in her eye. And look at Sasha Banks. Look at her going off the ropes, and Sasha Banks with a huge suicide dive. Air Banks, baby. Going through the second rope for a suicide dive. Sasha Banks is fired up right now, and this crowd in Toronto absolutely loves it. This crowd in Toronto absolutely loves both these ladies right now. And now Charlotte Flair, but no. And a back body drop right on the ground. Right on the outside, my goodness. Banks' back just bounced straight off that ground. And I know it's somewhat made of padding, ladies and gentlemen, but it hurts. And now, Charlotte Flair trying to capitalize on the win. Can Charlotte Flair get the victory? And no, Sasha Banks kicks out. Sasha Banks kicks out at 2. But Charlotte Flair still trying to get Sasha Banks in a position. And now, Charlotte Flair's smart strategy working on the legs, as her signature move requires work of the legs. And now, Charlotte Flair getting Sasha Banks up. And a huge punch right to the face, forearm smash right to the face. And now Charlotte just looking, setting up, trying to get Sasha Banks up. Charlotte Flair now in the corner, going for it. Charlotte and a huge spear. A spear by the Queen, taking down Sasha Banks. Charlotte Flair looking to capitalize now, getting Sasha Banks up to her feet. And now Charlotte gets up Banks. And now Charlotte walking towards the corner, and Charlotte with a huge snake eyes just drops Sasha Banks right on the top turnbuckle, face first. You know that it didn't feel good for the face or jaw. But now Sasha Banks countering. Sasha Banks now trying to take out Charlotte. And now once again another Russian leg sweep by the legit boss. The legit boss wants some championship gold. Both these ladies want one thing, to walk out as SmackDown Women's Champion. Two of the best women athletes, female competitors on SmackDown right now. Sasha Banks now looking, and kicks the gut of Charlotte. And now Sasha Banks with a huge bankrupt. The bankrupt by Sasha Banks. Can the bankrupt do it? Do we have a new champion? The ref counting. Can we get it? And no, Sasha Banks pinning, and then Charlotte Flair kicks out. Charlotte Flair with a huge kick out. And now Sasha Banks going to the top rope. What could Sasha be thinking here? Sasha Banks now on the top rope, calling for Charlotte Flair to get up. And now Sasha Banks gets up, and a huge high cross body splash. A huge maneuver drops right down on Charlotte Flair. And now Charlotte Flair counters, getting Sasha off. And now, a huge running clothesline, taking down Sasha Banks. And now Charlotte Flair getting Sasha Banks up. And now Charlotte getting Sasha, and a huge suplex just takes Sasha right down on the mat, drops Sasha on her back. And now Charlotte Flair, another punch. The Queen is not in much of a vulnerable position, and a huge drop kick. Sasha Banks is in a vulnerable position right now. The Queen is willing to do what it takes to retain the SmackDown Women's Championship. And now Charlotte Flair, kick to the gut. And now Charlotte, wait a minute. And Charlotte with a huge natural selection. The natural selection to Sasha Banks. Will that be it? Is that ball game? Is it over? The ref's counting. Can Sasha Banks kick out? No. Sasha Banks kicks out a natural selection. Crazy kick out considering that's one of Charlotte's signature moves. Charlotte Flair's in disbelief right now. Charlotte Flair now, a punch to the mouth, knocking down the legit boss once again. And now Charlotte Flair trying to get the figure eight locked in. The figure eight, trying to get it locked in. The figure eight's locked in. It's locked in, ladies and gentlemen. Will the legit boss submit? Will Sasha Banks tap out? Will Sasha tap? Sasha's in a vulnerable position. And now Sasha. Is Sasha gonna fade? Is Sasha gonna tap? Charlotte Flair, the Queen's got it locked in tight. And now, wait a minute, Sasha Banks able, looking to counter. And yes, Sasha Banks counters. Sasha Banks with the beautiful counter, luckily escaping the figure eight. But Charlotte Flair with a chop. And now Sasha Banks repaying. And now Sasha Banks, trying to go for a leverage pin, but a rope break is called by the referee. And now Charlotte Flair's on the ground. Matt, sorry. And now Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks with a punch to the face. Sasha Banks with a huge roundhouse kick right to the temple and side of face of Charlotte Flair. And now Sasha Banks with a huge Irish whip. And now Sasha Banks with repeated elbow smashes to the face. Can the legit boss capitalize and take advantage of Charlotte Flair? Can Sasha Banks take advantage? And now, once again, kick to the gut. And once again, another bankrupt. Another bankrupt. Right to Charlotte Flair. And now setting up. She could be looking for bank statement. Is she going for it? Can Sasha get it in? But Charlotte Flair counters. Elbow smash into the mouth. Charlotte Flair now. And look at the stare down between these two. None of these two female competitors will quit. Once again, Charlotte Flair looking fired up right now. Looking to run at Sasha. It bounces in. Heads collide, and Sasha Banks taking advantage with a huge clothesline as their heads just collide with one another. And now Sasha Banks, looking for a punch, but Charlotte Flair counters. Charlotte Flair now running in a huge STO, taking down the legit boss once again. The Queen is looking to retain the title here tonight. This has been absolutely crazy here in Toronto, ladies and gentlemen. This night so far has been pretty awesome to be a part of. Hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. And once again, another bankrupt, the third bankrupt. Just dropping Charlotte once again. And now, Sasha Banks grabbing Charlotte. And now, Sasha Banks looking to get it locked in. Can she get it? The bank statement's locked in. The bank statement's locked in. Is Charlotte gonna submit? Is the Queen gonna tap out? Will the Queen submit and tap out, ladies and gentlemen? Charlotte's got it locked in. Will Charlotte tap? Can Charlotte get out of it? Charlotte looks to be fading, and wait a minute, Charlotte with an impressive counter, and oh, is she gonna steal it? No, Sasha Banks kicks out. Charlotte Flair almost stole the victory right there. An impressive counter by the Queen, and now look at Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair look all about herself, all about her, just like her old man, like all about herself. The Queen is just all about herself, and now off the ropes in a huge running clothesline. Charlotte Flair is heating up right now. Charlotte Flair is heating up, ladies and gentlemen. And now once again another spear, a huge spear by the Queen, taking down Sasha Banks. And now, what could Charlotte Flair be thinking now? Charlotte Flair got, and a huge running elbow to the mouth. And now, Charlotte Flair looking to get it once again, looking for a figure eight. Can Charlotte get it locked in once again? Once again, yes. Got it locked in. The figure eight is locked in, ladies and gentlemen. It's officially locked in. Look at Sasha Banks once again in a bad position. Sasha Banks, is she gonna fade? Is she gonna tap? Can Charlotte Flair get Sasha to tap? What's happening? The figure eight is locked in. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Two technical wrestlers going at one another, and now Sasha Banks once again getting out of it. Sasha Banks able to escape the figure eight, and now, wait a minute, Sasha Banks now, and wait a minute, Sasha Banks just flipped the bird. That's Charlotte. Sasha Banks just flipped Charlotte off. She just flipped Charlotte off, and now just straight savage locking in the bank statement once again. It's locked in tight, ladies and gentlemen. Sasha Banks has the bank statement locked in on Charlotte Flair. Is Charlotte gonna fade? Once again, it's locked in. My goodness, Sasha Banks just flipped her the bird, and now locked in the bank statement. Will Charlotte Flair submit? Will the Queen tap? Is she gonna tap? Sasha Banks has got it locked in tight. The boss has got it locked in. Will Charlotte Flair tap? Yes, she does. Charlotte Flair is tapped out. The Queen is tapped out. Sasha Banks is victorious here tonight. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, what a match between these two female competitors. Sasha Banks has won the match and is your new SmackDown Women's Champion. Oh my gosh, I am so hyped right now. I mean, it sucks for Charlotte Flair, but congratulations to Sasha Banks. But it was just such a savage moment. Just Sasha Banks flipping the bird to Charlotte Flair. I mean, just look at the savagery. The savage. Sasha Banks, the legit boss, is a savage. My goodness. And then Sasha Banks would eventually just lock in the bank statement once again. And these two just straight up locking in. Sasha Banks is victorious here tonight in Toronto.
Here's your winner and the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Sasha Banks.
I am at a complete loss for words, ladies and gentlemen. We have a brand new SmackDown Women's Champion. Kudos to both ladies for putting on a performance, but the legit boss, Sasha Banks, she just did what she said she was going to do on SmackDown last week. She said she was not only going to be the boss, but now she is the Queen also. What a victory here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I know we're here tonight celebrating Backlash, but I just want to let you guys know what the next official WWE 2K Universe Mode pay-per-view event will be, and it'll be another Raw and SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view, the pay-per-view known as Vengeance, and details will be revealed soon, but stay tuned for that. That's the next pay-per-view in the series, ladies and gentlemen, but we still got stuff tonight. Coming up next, the WWE Championship is on the line. The WWE Champion Drew McIntyre defends against the #1 contender, Finn Balor. Will Finn Balor reign supreme over the Scottish Psychopath, or will this remain the era of Drew McIntyre?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
It is time to see the WWE Championship on the line. We are about to see the reigning #1 contender for the WWE Championship, Finn Balor. Finn Balor has had a hell of a month ever since the season premiere episode of Raw. It was crazy, man. Finn Balor was able to overcome all the odds. Finn Balor defeated Adam Cole 4 weeks ago on Raw. Finn Balor defeated basically all the Undisputed Era, because if you remember 4 weeks ago on Raw, Finn Balor was straight assaulted by the Undisputed Era backstage, and it just led to Finn Balor like being hurt, but he still came out victorious and defeated Adam Cole to become the #1 contender. And then a couple weeks ago on Raw, Finn Balor let it known, he let his voice be heard to Drew McIntyre. He's like, hey, I respect you, Drew, you respect me, but when Backlash comes around and we go to Toronto, Canada, and we head to Canada, I want you to know that I am gunning for your WWE Championship, and I want the WWE Championship. Finn Balor has made that abundantly clear, and Drew McIntyre said that he understands where Finn Balor is coming from, and he would not actually expect anything less. And these two have a tremendous amount of respect for one another. This isn't your typical, oh, these two guys hate each other. No, Balor and McIntyre respect one another, but they both understand that a job has to get done. Only one man can be WWE Champion, and only one man can walk out WWE Champion. And Finn Balor is looking to do that very thing here tonight at Backlash. I'd like to thank you guys for joining me here tonight. Hope you guys are enjoying the show thus far. We are close. It is awesome. It's been awesome. I love the atmosphere. Please like, comment, sub if you're new. And yeah, that's that. There's only one problem with Finn Balor wanting to become WWE Champion. It's that the Scottish Psychopath is in the building. The WWE Champion is in the building. The WWE Champion also the past number of weeks has not been in the best of moods because he's been getting attacked. Drew McIntyre and Finn Balor have had to deal with the Undisputed Era. The Undisputed Era have made both these guys' 2 lives on Raw a living hell. But McIntyre said tonight he's focused on one thing and one thing only, and that's beating Finn Balor to retain the WWE Championship. We don't know, will Drew McIntyre be able to do that? But the Scottish Psychopath is here at Backlash, and he is ready for a fight. Finn Balor and Drew McIntyre, they got respect for one another, but they are about to go to war. These two are both about to go into war. And Drew McIntyre, man, he's just been such a dominant WWE champion ever since this new era of WWE has become. And he defended the WWE title against Adam Cole last episode before NXT at Saturday night's main event. McIntyre defended the WWE title against Adam Cole at Saturday night's main event, and McIntyre delivered a brutal Claymore kick to Adam Cole, and he beat Adam Cole. Will we see the same fate for Finn Balor tonight? We'll have to wait and see. But McIntyre is here, and he's ready for a fight, and I hope Finn Balor is just expecting that as well. And that's what this championship match is all about, ladies and gentlemen. The most prestigious championship in all of WWE.
Introducing the challenger from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, weighing in at 190 pounds, Finn Balor. Introducing the champion from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre defends the WWE title against Finn Balor right now. The bell sounds off. Here we go for this WWE title match, ladies and gentlemen. Both these guys, Balor, McIntyre, they have an extreme amount of respect for one another. But you can only do one thing in this match, and that's walk out WWE Champion. And now Balor and McIntyre going after one another now. McIntyre and Balor going back and forth to start off this match. McIntyre with a punch right to the mouth. Oh, and a huge chop taking down Balor. McIntyre starting out a bit strong. Oh, but Balor going with a fury of strikes. Back and forth action so far. McIntyre and Balor going at one another right now. And now McIntyre, oh, another chop. taking down Balor. And now the WWE Champion. Both these guys, McIntyre and Balor, have been dealing with the Undisputed Era for the past couple of weeks. They've both had their issues with the UE, and they even had a tag team match. Yes, Balor and McIntyre had to team up. That's how much respect they have for each other. They both teamed up to face Roderick Strong and Adam Cole on Raw a couple weeks ago, and they actually were victorious. It was actually crazy in my opinion. And now, but Balor trying to attack McIntyre, but McIntyre with an elbow right into the mouth. McIntyre, of course, has a tremendous amount of pride, and he has a lot to lose in this match. And a running forearm smash. But yeah, McIntyre is ready for this matchup. McIntyre was born ready. The question is, can Balor keep up in a huge elbow smash right into the mouth? And that's what I'm wondering and trying to find out with a matchup like this, where two guys have a lot of respect for one another, is how far are these two willing to go? I mean, we know Drew McIntyre can get out of hand sometimes, and we know Balor can go crazy when he needs to. So it's going to be interesting to see how far these two go, to see who wants it more, who wants to walk out champion more. And let me know in the live chat right now, because I'm curious once again. And as Balor hits a huge sling blade, but a huge double stomp. Who do you got in the live chat? Who do you got walking out WWE Champion? Finn Balor? Or do you got the WWE Champion, Drew McIntyre? Let me know right now. But Balor now feeling himself right now. Balor taunting while over a grounded McIntyre. And a huge tilt-a-whirl punch right to the face. Just spinning and hitting, clocking McIntyre right in the face. And a huge downward spiral by Finn Balor. Balor now, punch right to the face. Now we know Balor said a couple weeks ago he cannot be taken lightly, and McIntyre agreed, because we could tell, remember 4 weeks ago on Raw, 1 month ago, we saw Balor basically take on almost the entire Undisputed Era. I mean, because he was hurt in the main event 4 weeks ago, because Roderick Strong and Bobby Fish, they assaulted Balor backstage with chairs. And then Finn Balor had to then go out later that night to face Adam Cole in a number 1 contenders match, and Balor still defied all the odds and came out on top and defeated Adam Cole. It was crazy to think about, because Balor, not the biggest guy, but you can still take him as a threat. Oh my gosh, and Drew McIntyre moves out the way. And now Drew McIntyre punching the face of Finn Balor. McIntyre now punching the lights. McIntyre just keep repeated punches to the face of Balor. The Scottish Psychopath has no limits. The Scottish Psychopath is willing to do what it takes to walk out WWE Champion. McIntyre continuing to keep punching the lights out of Balor. And now Balor counters Balor with a huge jawbreaker right to the face. Once again, another sling blade, taking down McIntyre. Finn Balor so far showing why he belongs here. Adam Cole, of course, Finn Balor has his doubters, Finn Balor has his haters, especially the Undisputed Era, who have been targeting both these guys the last couple weeks. And now Balor, trying to attack McIntyre with a punch to the kick to the gut, and repeated smashes and punches to the face, knocking Balor down. And now McIntyre looking to get Balor back up. McIntyre now got him up, with a roll up. And McIntyre changes his mind, I guess. And now McIntyre getting Balor, trying to prop Balor on the ropes. What can McIntyre be thinking here? Got Balor up, and now McIntyre got Balor, and a huge inverted Alabama slam. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, just flipping Balor's body in an inverted style, and now going for a cover. Can McIntyre retain? And no, Balor kicks out. Talking about these two guys' career, we know McIntyre hasn't always had a great career like he does currently, I mean, he used to be in 3-man band, bro. That's at the bottom, man. And then got released, went to Impact Wrestling, tried to dominate, came back as a lackey for Dolph Ziggler. And now we look WWE Champion, Scottish Psychopath. I mean, he went to NXT, became NXT Champion. And it's actually funny because the Undisputed Era and Drew McIntyre, their beef goes back to when Undisputed Era debuted. It's kind of crazy how it connects. And then we got Finn Balor, who, hasn't been on the main roster too long. It's been a couple years, Finn Balor, like one of the legends in NXT. Like if you were to make a Mount Rushmore of NXT, Finn Balor would be there probably. You know, and Finn Balor now has got to this point where he's competing for the WWE Championship. And now Balor got McIntyre stunned. Balor now, throws Balor through the second ropes. And now Balor over the ropes. Oh my gosh, takes out Drew McIntyre. Flying Balor. A flying Balor taking out the Scottish Psychopath. And now these two are both outside the ring, and Finn Balor is feeling it right now. He is feeling himself. He is trying to hype this crowd up. I mean, I know the crowd is going to have trouble cheering for this one. I know there's probably a mixed reaction because both these guys are amazing, bro. You want both these guys to succeed, so it's tough to see who we want. And now Finn Balor off the top, a huge drop kick. Just drops down, takes out McIntyre. Finn Balor in a pretty good position right now. Got some momentum on his side. Balor now gets McIntyre up. And an Irish whip into the corner. Finn Balor now. Oh, but McIntyre counters with a kick to the face. And now McIntyre with a kick to the gut. And now McIntyre. Oh, and a huge shoulder tackle. The WWE Champion is fired up here tonight in Toronto. And now McIntyre with a punch to the face. Throwing Balor, Irish whip into the corner. What could McIntyre be thinking here? Propping Balor up on the top turnbuckle. And now McIntyre looking to take flight with Balor. And now, wait a minute. What is McIntyre? What is this? What is this? Look at the strength and patience of McIntyre. And oh my gosh. Just drops him down. A huge stalling suplex from the second turnbuckle middle rope. And he just drops Balor back first. My gosh, Balor was all the way up in the air. And now McIntyre with a huge headbutt. Dropping Balor. And now McIntyre looking for Claymore. McIntyre's going for it. Can he hit the Claymore kick it? No, Balor. Balor moves out the way. Balor now looking, and drops McIntyre with a kick right to the face. Just drops McIntyre. Balor now looking to capitalize. Irish whip. And McIntyre now, another sling blade taking down the Scottish Psychopath. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, these two men, neither will quit. There's no quitting any of these two. Quit is not the option. Quitting is not an option in this matchup. And now Balor, looking to get McIntyre. Balor fired up now. Balor now runs at McIntyre, kick into the corner. You know what that means. Balor is ready. Balor's a bit fatigued, but Balor's ready. Balor now going to the top rope. Finn Balor, you know what he's thinking. Balor trying to go for it. Can he hit it? Balor with the coup de grace, and he hits it. Balor with the coup de grace to McIntyre. The coup de grace. Do we have a new champion? Do we have a new champion? We have a new champion. No, we don't. McIntyre kicks out. McIntyre kicks out, damn it. And now Balor setting up. Look at McIntyre. What could Balor be thinking here? And now McIntyre shoves Balor down. And McIntyre, the big boot right to the face, taking down Balor. And now McIntyre, what could he be thinking here? Kick to the gut, and I'll punch. McIntyre trying to take advantage of this match right here. And now he's got Balor and slams him face first on the mat. My goodness. McIntyre is going all in. And now McIntyre, a huge maneuver. McIntyre just dropped him with the air raid siren. And now McIntyre's setting up. Could he be thinking? Future shot, kick to the gut? No. And Balor counters once again. Balor being very smart with his counters. Trying to keep up with Drew McIntyre. And now Balor looking for the inverted 1916. The inverted reverse 1916. And now setting up. What could Balor be thinking here? Balor setting up with McIntyre counters now. McIntyre now, clothesline into the corner. And now just kicks Balor while he's stunned in the corner. And now McIntyre, a huge headbutt once again. Dropping Balor. And now McIntyre, once again. McIntyre setting up. McIntyre going. McIntyre feeling for a huge Claymore right to Balor. The Claymore. And he drops Balor. Can he get the win? Is he still champion? No, Balor kicks out. Finn Balor has kicked out. These two are putting their all into this matchup. both McIntyre and Balor. And now wait a minute. Oh boy. Oh man. Oh no, we got company. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, the Raw Tag Team Champions, are out here. And wait a minute. Mark Henry and Titus O'Neil looking to get payback from earlier. Worldwide dominance coming to the aid of McIntyre and Balor. The Raw Tag Champs are down. And wait a minute. Now it's Adam Cole, the leader of the UE. Adam Cole is here. Adam Cole Bebe is here. And now Roderick Strong. The UE are trying to invade this match, damn it. The UE are trying to do what they do best, and that's ruin things. Oh, but now wait a minute. McIntyre going after Cole. Cole tried to attack McIntyre. No, McIntyre. And Balor flies and goes. A flying Balor. Right over the top rope, flying. And now huge Claymore to Cole. A Claymore to Adam Cole. And now Balor getting strong up. Balor now got Roderick Strong. And a huge 1916. 1916 to Roderick Strong. And now look at Drew McIntyre calling for Adam Cole to get up. McIntyre and a huge Claymore once again. The Claymore kick taken down. And now McIntyre and Balor turning their attention once again. Again, neither of them were touched, so that was all legal. The UE didn't get to touch either of them. So this match is still going on, ladies and gentlemen. This match hasn't ended yet. And now Balor and McIntyre going back and forth. McIntyre and Balor both looking to be walkout WWE Champion. And now Balor off the second rope, drop kick, and drops. And McIntyre takes a hurtful fall right to the outside of the ring. And I'm just thankful that Worldwide Dominance came to the aid of Balor and McIntyre, because Worldwide Dominance, after the loss they took tonight, they were feeling really mad about the Undisputed Era. The UE just tried to ruin this match, and obviously that failed. And now Finn Balor is on fire, and a huge sling blade once again. Finn Balor, the Prince, he's ready. Finn Balor is fired up right now. Finn Balor once again, another Irish whip. And Balor setting up once again, looking for the drop kick. And Balor drop kick into the corner once again. Can Balor get it? Can Balor get it this time? Balor going for coup de grace. Can he get it? Can the Prince get it? Can Balor do it? And can he hit the coup de grace? Oh, but McIntyre moves out the way. McIntyre, and a huge headbutt. McIntyre with the headbutt. No, McIntyre setting up. Looking. Could he be going for that DDT? Oh, but Balor counters once again. Balor got McIntyre. Oh, Balor. And now Balor once again with another inverted 1916. The inverted 1916 to McIntyre. And now Balor is fired up. Balor now looking. Now grabs McIntyre. And a huge 1916. 1916 to Drew McIntyre. 1916. Can he get it? And McIntyre kicks out again. McIntyre has kicked out again. Oh my gosh. These two are doing whatever it takes. And now Balor setting up. Could he be looking? Oh, but McIntyre counters. McIntyre with a punch. And now McIntyre, wait a minute. McIntyre with a huge Future Shock DDT. Future Shock DDT to Balor. And now McIntyre going to the corner. McIntyre now looking, setting up. McIntyre and a Claymore. Oh, another Claymore to Balor. McIntyre just hit the Claymore on Balor. Oh my gosh. Could this be it? Going for the cover. Can McIntyre win? Can he retain the title? And yes, he does. McIntyre is victorious here tonight. McIntyre has done it. This remains the era of the Scottish Psychopath here at Backlash. McIntyre is victorious. Even despite all the UE's attempts, despite Balor, despite everyone else who's been after the WWE Champion, McIntyre has prevailed and is victorious here tonight, here at Backlash. The UE, the shameful UE just tried to ruin this matchup, but McIntyre is victorious here tonight in Toronto. I cannot believe this. The Scottish Terminator is here.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Champion, Drew McIntyre.
Well, McIntyre is still champion, and you see the destruction, the total destruction at the hands of this man that has been caused by McIntyre. The Scottish Terminator is still your WWE Champion. He has defeated a lot of superstars, and he just basically took out the whole UE. I mean, we had Worldwide Dominance help, we saw them, but McIntyre's caused so much destruction, ladies and gentlemen. The Scottish Terminator is here in Toronto, and he's victorious. My goodness, I feel bad for Finn Balor, but McIntyre wins here tonight, and it is insane, ladies and gentlemen. The atmosphere is crazy. Balor was so damn close. He was just minutes away from winning, and yeah, that's that. But Drew McIntyre, like it or not, is still your champion. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, Vince is here. Vince McMahon is here. We haven't seen him since he was speared by Roman last month. The Rock seems to have the full support of Vince McMahon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. It is finally here, the main event. The World Heavyweight title is on the line. The Tribal Chief Roman Reigns versus The Rock for the World Heavyweight Championship. Roman Reigns defends two faces of their own generation. Two greats in the Samoan dynasty, one-on-one.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your main event of the evening. The Rock is here, the great one, the most electrifying man in all sports entertainment. We saw him last week, a couple weeks ago on Saturday night's main event. We saw him take on Jey Uso and defeat him. But tonight, it's an even bigger challenge. The Rock is back in the ring for the first time in a couple years, since really WrestleMania 29 when he faced John Cena for the WWE title. And now he's here at Backlash here in Toronto, Canada, going one-on-one against his cousin, Roman Reigns, for the World Heavyweight Championship. This all started 1 month ago on the season premiere episode of SmackDown. It was season premiere week where Vince McMahon had his retirement tour, and The Rock would celebrate on SmackDown with Vince McMahon. All of a sudden, Roman Reigns would come out, and all of a sudden, Roman Reigns just assaulted Rock and Vince. And he hit spears, he hit chairs, he used chairs on The Rock, and it's like Roman Reigns turned his back on the universe, and he turned his back on The Rock, who is a pretty big member, if not the biggest member of the Samoan bloodline and Samoan family. But this one tonight, it's about the world title, and it's also about proving who is the best in the Samoan bloodline. Like, both these guys have something to prove, and The Rock is ready for a fight. The Rock wants some revenge on Roman Reigns, and The Rock wants to be World Heavyweight Champion again. So tonight, we will see the Brahma Bull take on the Tribal Chief. It is a true dream match that is years in the making. Two faces of their generation. Two icons going one-on-one here in the main event of Backlash. It is insane. The atmosphere when The Rock is here, it's just insane. Oh man, it's time to see the World Heavyweight Champion, the Tribal Chief, the new attitude. Roman Reigns is here, ladies and gentlemen, in the main event, and he's main eventing with The Rock. How about that? But it was a short time ago, Roman Reigns reinstated the World Heavyweight Championship. And then we saw, like I said 4 weeks ago, this disgusting guy. He just had Jey Uso help him out. He's hired Jey Uso to do his dirty work. And now Roman Reigns has attacked Vince McMahon. He put Vince in the hospital. He put The Rock on standby for about a week or two. And then, all of a sudden, we saw The Rock come out a couple weeks ago. And he challenged Roman Reigns to a match at Backlash for the world title. And Roman Reigns, he didn't even hesitate. He agreed. Roman Reigns he said he's going to put Rocky out of his misery. He said he's going to hurt Rocky. He said he doesn't want to hurt Rocky. And Roman Reigns has been breaking the fourth wall over the past couple weeks, making references to Cassius Ohno, making reference to The Shield, making references to Rikishi, to the Samoan bloodline, all the wrestlers that he believes Vince McMahon has disrespected that are a part of the Samoan bloodline and the Samoan dynasty. Tonight, these two icons go one-on-one for the world title. All about that here in the main event, the Big Gold World Heavyweight Championship, Classic Championship.
Introducing the challenger from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, The Rock. Introducing the champion, from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns defends the World Heavyweight Championship against The Rock right now. The bell sounds off. Here we go. It's the main event, ladies and gentlemen. Two faces of their own generation going one-on-one. Look at the brutal stare down. The two biggest faces in the Samoan bloodline, and now Reigns and Rock going after one another. These two are crazy. The two biggest stars in the Samoan bloodline going one-on-one to see who the better man is. And Rock now starting off strong with a clothesline. The Rock is going crazy. The Rock wants some vengeance on Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns brutally assaulted The Rock a couple weeks ago, 4 weeks ago on SmackDown, and then attacked a personal good friend of The Rock, which was Vince McMahon. But we also saw a contract signing this past week on SmackDown where Roman Reigns no-showed it, but The Rock would end up putting Jey Uso through the contract signing table. But Roman Reigns now on the offensive end. The Tribal Chief has ordered for Paul Heyman and Jey Uso to stay backstage today. He's ordered them to stay back. He said, with quoted evidence, he said, "Let me handle Rocky tonight." He said he has Rocky all to himself tonight. And now, The Rock assaulting Reigns. Oh, and just attacking the leg now. The Rock looking to become a champion once again. The last time he was a champion was before WrestleMania 29. And then he unfortunately lost to John Cena. But The Rock has obviously become one of, if not the biggest stars in the world, especially celebrity-wise and Hollywood-wise. I mean, who's better than The Rock? But now he's come back to WWE to try to fix things up. It started off with one purpose, and that was to celebrate Vince McMahon, but it ended up here tonight. Roman Reigns and Rock for the world title. And now Irish whip into the corner. Roman Reigns now getting The Rock. And now Roman Reigns with repeated clotheslines to The Rock, taking out The Rock in a huge clothesline. The Tribal Chief certainly does have a new attitude. He doesn't care what the hell anyone thinks. And a huge knee strike by the Tribal Chief. Roman Reigns wants people to quote-unquote acknowledge him now. And The Rock said in an interview earlier, and he said last week on SmackDown, if Roman wants to be acknowledged, he'll be acknowledged alright. He'll be acknowledged as the guy who got his monkey ass kicked by the Great One. Quote by quote. And now The Rock so far is going crazy on Roman Reigns in this matchup. The Rock looking to gain some momentum as he targets the leg of Roman Reigns. The Rock refuses to acknowledge Roman Reigns as the Tribal Chief. He actually called Paul Heyman a fat walrus. And he also was very disappointed in Jey Uso, and I am too, to an extent. Jey Uso just signed a deal with the devil himself, Roman Reigns. So yeah, it's a pretty crazy thing. But now The Rock got Roman on his shoulders in a huge Samoan drop. We're here to find out who the best of all time is in the Samoan bloodline. My bad. But who do you guys got real quick in the live chat? I'm curious again. Here in the main event of Backlash, we are finally at the main event. Who do you got walking out World Heavyweight Champion? Do you got The Rock, or do you got the World Heavyweight Champion, the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns? Let me know, because I'm curious to find out what you guys think. And now Reigns and Rock going after one another. Reigns with a flying clothesline, running clothesline, taking down Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And now Roman Reigns with a punch to the face. And talking career-wise about these two, both of them have a very impressive resume. Yes, Roman Reigns hasn't been in the WWE as long as The Rock, but Reigns has an impressive stat line here in the WWE. I mean, Roman Reigns is already a Grand Slam champion. I mean, it's insane. Roman Reigns hasn't been in WWE that long, I mean, he's been in the WWE for a while, but it wasn't like The Rock's career. But The Rock, that's a whole nother topic. The Rock is on a whole other level. The Rock is one of the biggest stars in the history of professional wrestling. Oh, but now we're seeing Roman Reigns rise to the top. And now Roman Reigns is arguably the biggest star in wrestling. And The Rock slams The Rock down. I mean, Roman Reigns slams The Rock down, my bad. Roman Reigns now. Irish whip into the corner. Oh, and The Rock takes a stumble. Oh, and a huge shoulder tackle taking down The Rock. Roman Reigns now. Roman Reigns with a kick to the gut. And now Reigns grabs Rock in a huge leg sweep, taking down Rock. Roman Reigns now with The Rock counters with an arm drag. The Great One is fired up here tonight. And it's funny, Roman Reigns said he refuses to call The Rock by The Rock or Dwayne Johnson. He said from now on he will refer to The Rock as Rocky, basically taking shots at the character, the interesting character that The Rock had before he became the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. And Roman Reigns actually brought that up when talking about how Vince McMahon has done Samoan wrestlers dirty, and now The Rock with a huge DDT. And Roman Reigns truly believes that Vince always had an agenda against the Samoan dynasty. But you see how The Rock has turned out, and that's why The Rock said, if you attack the people that The Rock loves, or if you attack one of The Rock's best friends, you're bound to get hurt at some point. The Rock now, though, oh, a huge knee strike right to the midsection. And now Roman Reigns looking to get back and smartly rolls out the ring. And now The Rock looking to follow suit. And now The Rock, but Roman Reigns counters. And now Reigns grabs The Rock and now throws Rock right into the steel steps. My goodness. Rock's sternum and midsection bounces right off the steel steps. My gosh. And now Reigns looking, trying to get The Rock in. Oh my gosh. And now Roman Reigns taking The Rock, trying to get back, looking to get back inside the ring. The Tribal Chief is trying to gain some momentum right now. Oh, and a huge elbow right into the mouth of the Brahma Bull. And we know The Rock has had some wars over the years with all types of different wrestlers, from John Cena to Stone Cold to Hulk Hogan to other guys like that. But now we are seeing a war right now with Roman Reigns, his own cousin. And now these two literally don't like each other anymore. Like, these two have hatred right now for one another. And now The Rock and Roman Reigns battling in the ring once again. And now Roman Reigns trying to take The Rock, trying to stun him against the ropes. And now what is Roman Reigns thinking here? Roman Reigns now flipping The Rock over the apron. And now Roman Reigns, and oh my gosh, a huge suicide spear. A huge spear through the second rope to the outside of the ring. The Rock has got to be broken in half right now. And now, just Irish whipping The Rock right towards the barricade. And now Roman Reigns and The Rock are outside the ring once again. The Tribal Chief trying to attack The Rock outside the ring. A brutal spear to the outside. And now Rock placing Roman Reigns on the barricade. And now The Rock got Roman. And now a huge spear through the barricade. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. The Rock with the spear right through the barricade to Roman Reigns. The Brahma Bull getting some payback on the outside of the ring. And now The Rock takes Reigns back up. And now The Rock, you gotta be careful, you don't want to get counted out by the referee. And now The Rock dragging Roman Reigns' lifeless body back inside the ring now. The Brahma Bull looking to get all his vengeance in this matchup, trying to defend his family and trying to defend Vince McMahon. The Rock has so many purposes for trying to win this matchup, and also obviously the biggest one, to become world champion again. And now The Rock going for the cover. Can he win? Do we have a new champion? No, Roman Reigns kicks out. Roman Reigns kicks out at 2. And now The Rock with a kick to the back. Dwayne The Rock Johnson trying to get fired up right now. And now Rock getting Roman. And now The Rock setting up. He could be looking for the rock bottom. Can he hit it? Oh, but Roman counters. Roman now with a kick to the gut. And now Roman, with a huge Superman punch. A Superman punch by the Tribal Chief. And now what is Roman Reigns thinking here? Roman Reigns now setting up. Roman Reigns wants The Rock to get up, calling for his own cousin to get up. And now Roman Reigns now with a huge spear. A spear to The Rock. A spear taking down The Rock. Can he get the victory? Is it over? Do we have a retained champion? No, The Rock kicks out at 2. The Rock kicks out of the spear. Dwayne The Rock Johnson is just kicked out. And now Roman Reigns continuously punching The Rock's face. And wait a minute, Vince McMahon and Jey Uso backstage. We got some camera footage backstage. And now Vince and Jey Uso confronting one another. And Vince McMahon and Jey Uso going back and forth with punches. They are backstage going after each other. Vince McMahon's trying to help out The Rock. And now we got camera footage back inside the ring, folks. And now Reigns and Rock still battling in this matchup. And The Rock is going crazy. Roman is in disbelief right now. The Brahma Bull is going crazy. The Brahma Bull is fired up. Now The Rock, counters, ducks, and a huge flying clothesline on a Roman Reigns. And now, what could The Rock be thinking now? The Rock now got Roman. The Rock now got Roman Reigns, and a huge spine buster to Roman Reigns. A huge spine buster by the Great One. And now The Rock dragging Roman's body. What could The Rock be thinking here? The Rock now. The Rock looking for the people's elbow. The Rock's looking, throws that elbow pad into the audience. The Rock now off the ropes. What are you thinking? And The Rock now with a huge people's elbow. The people's elbow. Will we see the people's champion once again? Do we have a new world champion? And no, Roman Reigns kicks out at 2. Roman Reigns kicks out. The tribal chief stays in it. These two are willing to do anything to become world champion. To get that world title, and a huge belly-to-belly suplex. Just taking the strength of Roman Reigns on that one. And now Roman Reigns now gets The Rock over his shoulders, looking to get The Rock up high, takes The Rock and drops him back first onto the mat. Roman Reigns going crazy now. Roman Reigns is on fire. Roman Reigns is feeling himself right now. Roman Reigns repeatedly stomping the Brahma Bull. And now the Tribal Chief looking to set up. And now the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, setting up. Roman Reigns and a huge Superman punch once again. A huge Superman punch to The Rock. And now Roman Reigns dragging The Rock's body. What could Roman Reigns be thinking here? Roman Reigns now gets The Rock up. And now Roman Reigns, wait a minute. Rock bottom. The Rock bottom by Roman Reigns. What the hell? Oh my goodness, a Rock bottom. That's The Rock's move. Will Roman beat him? No, The Rock kicks out. Roman Reigns just stole The Rock's own finish. He just hit a Rock bottom on The Rock. And now Roman Reigns getting The Rock back up. But now The Rock counters. And now The Rock with the spear. A spear by The Rock. The Rock just returned the favor. The Rock just returned the favor to Roman Reigns. A spear by the Brahma Bull. Do we have a new world champion? Do we have a new champion? And no, we don't. Roman kicks out again. And now we got footage in backstage once again. Vince McMahon and Jey Uso going at one another. Now Vince McMahon, repeated kicks, trying to take out Jey Uso. The boss, the former chairman, is trying to take out and help The Rock by taking out Jey Uso with the chair. Vince McMahon with the chair in hand. Vince McMahon is trying to help out The Rock. Now The Rock back in the ring. We got camera footage. And now The Rock's got the sharpshooter locked in. The sharpshooter is locked in. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Will the Tribal Chief tap out? Will he submit? The Rock's got the sharpshooter locked in, and it's locked in on tight. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh, The Rock's got a tighter grip. The sharpshooter is locked in. The legendary sharpshooter. Used by guys like Bret Hart. Even used by guys like Stone Cold. My goodness, The Rock just has it locked in. Can Roman Reigns get out of it? And yes, he does. Roman Reigns quickly gets out of it. And now Roman Reigns. Oh, wait a minute. Roman Reigns now. The guillotine. Roman Reigns getting the guillotine locked in. The guillotine's locked in. Roman Reigns has got it locked in. Reigns has got the guillotine. Will The Rock submit? Is The Rock going to pass out? Roman Reigns just wants to make his own cousin, his own flesh and blood, pass out with the guillotine. The guillotine is locked in. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen. With a very tight grip on The Rock. Roman Reigns looking to make The Rock submit with the guillotine. And The Rock now getting out of it. The Rock now gets out of it. Oh my gosh, The Rock counters. Rock and Reigns are putting everything they have on the line in this matchup. And now The Rock with a huge clothesline taking down Reigns. And now The Rock dragging Reigns' body to the center of the ring once again. And now The Rock now stomps Roman's head, thinking once again, The Rock trying to go for it again. The Rock taking the other elbow pad off. The most electrifying move in all sports entertainment. The most electrifying move. The Rock with the people's elbow once again. The second one. Is that it? Can this be it? Do we have a new world champion? Do we have it? No, once again. The Tribal Chief stays alive. The Tribal Chief and The Rock, they're both kicking out. And now The Rock setting up. The Rock going. Can he go for rock bottom? Oh, but Reigns counters. Oh, Reigns with a punch to the gut. And now Reigns out with a running clothesline, taking down The Rock. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, just taking down The Rock. Taking down Roman, and now Roman, and now Rock. Rock now. Rock bottom to Reigns. The Rock bottom. The Rock bottom to Roman Reigns. Can The Rock win it? Do we have a new world champion? That's it. It's got to be ball game, right? No, still no. Still no. The Tribal Chief kicks out again. The Tribal Chief kicks out again. And oh, but Roman Reigns counters. And a huge spear. A huge spear to The Rock. A huge spear. And now dragging The Rock's body to the center of the ring. Can Roman Reigns do it? Will he retain the world title? Another count. Can he get it? Oh, The Rock kicks out. The Rock kicks out. The Brahma Bull kicks out. And now, the Roman Reigns be thinking now. Roman Reigns once again setting up. Looking to go for a spear once again. Roman Reigns got that look in his eye. He's fired up. And another spear. Another spear to The Rock. The second spear in a row. Will that do it? He's trying to covering The Rock. Can he get the victory? Can he win it? And oh, once again. Kicks out of the second spear again. What the hell? And now Roman Reigns getting Rock up again. Roman Reigns now. What? Wait a minute. Reigns just said that? Reigns just said that in The Rock's face. And now Reigns off the ropes. Reigns off the ropes and another spear. Reigns going off both ropes. Will that do it? That was the third spear in a row. Yes, Roman Reigns has retained the World Heavyweight Championship. The Tribal Chief is victorious here tonight. Roman Reigns has retained the World Heavyweight Championship. And The Rock is down. And wait, what? Where's Roman going? Where the hell is Roman Reigns going? What the hell is this about? Oh no. He's grabbed a chair. What the hell? Come on, Roman, stop it! Roman, stop it! What the hell are you doing? Stop it! You won the match, damn it! You already won the match, damn it! What the hell is this about? What the hell is Roman Reigns on? What is he doing? This disgusting piece of garbage. This disgusting piece of crap. What the hell? You already won the match. Was that enough? That's not enough for you, Roman? What the hell, man? What the hell? We just had a killer main event, and now Roman Reigns looking to finish off The Rock. Oh, no, no, no. Stop it. Stop it. Roman Reigns, stop it. He just placed a chair under The Rock's neck. Between the chair. What the hell is this? This is just disgusting. I cannot watch. I cannot watch. The Rock's neck is just placed in between the chair. I cannot watch. I cannot watch it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The Rock's windpipes have got to be crushed. What the hell? This sick son of a bitch, Roman Reigns. What the hell? What the hell is this? What the hell? What now? And now wait a minute, Vince McMahon's coming down. The former chairman of WWE is coming down. Vince is trying to save The Rock. It's a little too late. But now Vince telling Roman Reigns to stop. And now Roman stares at Vince and wait a minute. Oh, come on, damn it. A spirit of Vince McMahon. Come on, damn it. Just like a month ago when he attacked Vince. And now Roman Reigns throwing Vince's body outside the ring. What the hell? This disgusting son of a bitch, Roman Reigns. Oh my gosh, and now Roman Reigns walking away from the crime scene, grabbing the World Heavyweight Championship. What the hell is wrong with this guy? You won the main event. You won the match. You beat Rock. And now what? Oh yeah, we need some medical attention, definitely. Rocky's neck and throat have gotta be destroyed. His windpipe has gotta be destroyed, bro. His neck, I hope that The Rock will be okay. He definitely needs some doctors. Roman Reigns, though, this sick, twisted dude. Come on, man. You won the match. You've proved that you're the best in the Samoan bloodline, and that's not enough. Oh, crap. Oh, what now? Roman Reigns now, come on. Enough's enough, damn it. Enough's enough. Get Triple H out here. Get Stone Cold out here. Get someone out here. Roman just won't stop. He won't stop assaulting his own cousin, The Rock. This dude, Roman Reigns, is disgusting, man. This is such a despicable act. My goodness, man. How much of an ego do you have to do that to your own family and do that to your own former boss? And now look at this dude, Roman Reigns, going to grab his championship. This guy, Roman Reigns, what the hell is going on here tonight? What the hell? You won the main event, and that wasn't enough for your ego. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what the hell is going on, bro. I don't know what the hell is going on with Roman Reigns. This was just disgusting, despicable. The Rock is going to need medical attention, and Vince McMahon was just assaulted again. My goodness, man. Enough was enough. Oh my gosh. But that's all the time we have for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for joining me here tonight in Toronto at Backlash. Good night, everybody.